Hey guys, happy Monday. It's MadameWario. Welcome to my chill creative vibes Monday stream. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys are having a fabulous start to the week. We're going to be doing a lot of just chatting, low-key fun stuff today. I want to make a tier list later. I've got a Pokemon card plush challenge that I've been wanting to do for a long time. This is something I've been wanting to do for my Etsy store for a long time, just haven't, so might as well start it today. And I also want to talk about a Twitter challenge that I did last night that was so addicting and so much fun. So we're going to do a lot of chatting because I have been doing a ton of crocheting this past week. My hand is very sore. So I want to pace myself. I am letting it recover a little bit because this is my hand-thumb situation that tends to lock up and get weird and react poorly. So I am going to do my best. We're just going to start the challenge today. I'm not going to make like a full plushie or anything unless it's like super easy. But I'll probably just make like part of it. So that's the plan, and I'll talk more about that when we get there. But I did an unboxing of Pokemon Go cards this past weekend. So if you want to check that out, it's at the end of my Friday Night Mario Party video for Mario Party 5. So just check out my YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and link it in the chat right now, and if you're watching this on YouTube by chance in real time, then it'll be the most recent Friday Night Mario Party video. But anyway, I unboxed those cards. I did a project, if you will, that I was inspired to do from Tumblr years ago when Pokemon Go was first introduced. I did this project called Crochet Go, and basically I took all my scrap yarn. I made every Pokemon I could think of that matched the colors of my scrap yarn. And they're just little. They're just like mini size, which most of my plushies are mini size anyway, but they were like just as small as I could comfortably make them without them being really tedious and super detailed or anything. And I took them to a convention and put them all around the convention for people to find, and I just tied like business cards of my store to them and said, "You found a Crochet Go plush," you know, like, or you had a wild encounter. I wrote like funny little things on the cards, and it was a lot of fun to do that. So I'm kind of going to do a similar size as far as scale goes for these Pokemon card challenges. I'm going to be pulling a Pokemon card, crocheting whatever Pokemon it is, and then putting it in my shop as a card plush gift set duo, however you want to think of it. So that's the idea behind that. It should be a lot of fun. If we get something that's really ambitious, I'm probably not going to do it. I'm probably going to skip it and do something else. Like if I got a big fancy dragon type Pokemon over like Ghastly or something that's really easy because it's literally a ball. So that's kind of what I'm going to do today, just to start off the challenge so you guys will know what the first one to go in my store will be. And that's the tea on that. Sorry, I meant to say hi to everybody before I went into that spiel, but then I just kind of kept talking. So welcome, everybody. Hope you enjoy today's stream. Let me know if the music's too loud, by the way. I can always turn it down or up for you guys if it's too quiet. Stardev94, welcome to the stream. Phantom Tempest with all the Barney bubbles. Psycho Nacho Man, welcome. Mutonic30, how's it going? Casanova64, welcome, welcome. And look at us getting all these chips in here immediately. All the Doritos chips. Barely Local, welcome to the stream. Good afternoon, Scottman895. Let's see. We also have V Bowie. Welcome. Thank you. I got this shirt at a festival I went to recently. It's for like reggae red wine. So it was just fun. They had like a whole beer and wine stand, and of course I didn't buy a drink, I bought a shirt, because I was like, oh my god, that tie-dye shirt is so cute, like, and so me and my sister, my mom, we all got matching shirts, and we got them before my nephew's first birthday, so we were like, let's wear them on the weekend, whatever. Toad in Wonderland, thank you so much for the sub, I appreciate that so much. Welcome back to the Ba family.
You time to drop dat big fat resub girl.
Oh,
Toad in 20
let's
type
go!
waving Toad in 20
Big
bongo,
fat
read
resub.
Toad in 20 Marvin Madam 5 BAH.
Oh, she's still saying these emotes. Thank you so much, Toad. Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. As soon as I get to the bottom of the chat, I will give you all the Bas. But yes, I did not tie-dye this shirt myself. This was something I bought. So, it's super cute, though. I've never actually tie-dyed anything myself, mostly because I don't have a good setup to do so. Like, when I was growing up in our house that I grew up in was like 50 years old when we bought it, so it was an older house, and it had like one of those big sinks in it next to the laundry hookups that would have been perfect for tie-dyeing, but I was like too young when tie-dye was popular, and then I just never got into it, and now I'm in an apartment, there's nowhere to do that, like it just doesn't work out without making too big of a mess or ruining things, so I never have tie-dyed anything myself. That's something I would love to do one day, but just has never happened. So anytime you see me wearing something tie-dye, I did not do it myself, no. Anyway, who was the last person I said hi to? I think it was V-Buoy, but welcome. Pixel Plume, woo, tier list stream, basically. I was inspired by Just Janie. She did a tier list like this. She's a streamer we rated over the weekend. She's a great streamer too. Check her out for sure. But she did a tier list stream like this, and I was like, oh, that'd be really fun because like we're kind of in the middle of the Switch era. I haven't played every Switch games or even a huge amount of Switch games by any means, but I think it'd be fun to like rank what I have played. So that's what we're gonna do later because sounds like fun. I don't know. It kind of was inspired by last night too, going through games throughout the years. Oh, Caspi and Sus already? Whoa, let's go. Thank you, Cass.
It's National Cat Day, so shout outs to Gilly and Kit.
Oh,
Madam
it's National
5 Kitty
Cat
Cool
Day. Shout out to Jilly and Kit. Thank you so much. They're so cozy right now. They're in the bedroom, just on the bed lounging. Let's see. Anybody else I missed? Madeline Molina, welcome to the stream. Rolly64, welcome as well. And Rocky Mount, how's it going? Living in a small apartment here makes it hard to be as crafty as you used to be. It's just like if you want to do anything messy, you can't. Let's go, K-Man's flute, setting off the incoming hype train yet again. I feel like it's always this. Twitch knows. It waits, and it's like, you know what? We're gonna wait for that flute for the hype train. Thank you so much, Psycho.
People are relaxing
Oh, and thank you so much, Scottman, too.
Starts, and we're catching on fire.
Thank you so much.
What?
As you can see, when we are all just having a case of the Mondays, a fire starts, and MW and Odie's bedroom is catching on fire.
Thank you so much, Scottman. Big appreciate that. I love all the cats in chat, by the way, Cass. And I also, all those Bas are for Toady. Thank you for the sub. I'm finally down to the bottom of chat. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here, hanging out. For the hype train, already almost level 1 complete. You guys spoil me. Thank you so, so much. So, last night, I guess while this hype train's going, I'm going to talk about hype that I experienced last night. So I jumped on the bandwagon of a trend going around Twitter that was one like equals one favorite video game from each year going backwards from 2022. I made it all the way to like the 50s. So, I don't know, or like, I don't have all the, I don't have enough games. I ran out of years for games. I'm way in over my head now. So I just stopped at 90. I just stopped at my birth year. I could probably go back to 80, and maybe I'll do that after the stream, like tonight or something. But yeah, I made it all the way to like mid 20th century.
Tell us, MW, what was the best video game of 1958?
No, I don't. Were there even video? I don't think there was a thing. I mean, there's probably somebody out there that's like, well, actually, but like, I don't know of any electronic anything that would have worked. I may love history, but I'm not a historian of that particular genre in the 50s, so I don't know. Oh, thank you so much for the bits, though. When did Pong come out? Now that is an old game, but I definitely was not in the 50s, I don't think. Pong release date, let's look it up. Pong, 72. So we're about quite a few years off, like almost 15 years off from 58. So, you know, I don't think I'm gonna be able to answer that far back. I might try to go back to 80. In the 80s, we're getting into territory of like games that I don't... It's like I may have had one game from each year or certain years. Are they like my favorites? They're not, they're just like favorite by default because they're the only ones. So what can I really do with that?
Apparently, there is a video game which came out in 1958 called Tennis for Two, released on an analog computer.
Alright, that's my favorite from 1958 then. Scottman found it. He found the winner. Thank you for the bits. That's hilarious though. Like, I don't even... Like, is there a way to even see these things now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, has anybody salvaged that kind of stuff? Probably, but like, where? Who knows? Yep. Yeah, probably. Prong is the sequel to Pong. It is. See? Psycho knows. No wait, that was Tennis for Two in 1958. Oh, no, yes, that's what. Sorry, I read your comment, Phantom, and then I realized you said something before, but yes. The Rock, welcome to the stream. You also factor in Mario Party e-reader cards for two. Listen, there were some years I didn't even look anything else up. I was like, nope, I don't even need to look anything else up. I already know this is the winner. Nothing's gonna top it. Like, there were several years like that, but to look back at those years, it's like everything I liked everything I loved tended, is that the right word? To come out in the same year. Like, and there were a couple years where there was just nothing that I was like super crazy about. 2016 was one of those years. I'm like, did I even buy a game that year? I did. I bought one game. I bought Kirby Planet Robobot, which was a fun game, but it would never be like a super favorite for me or anything. It was like literally the only one. There were no other options. I'm gonna go down the list though. I'm gonna actually read through my list and talk about them a little bit more because I think it's kind of fun to... It's like I can tell looking back when there was like more going on in my life than the video games that I was playing. Like, I didn't play as much, like I was doing more other things and there just wasn't as much that interested me. And then there were other years where it was like the ultimate hype, best years of my life, like so much fun, like such fond memories. It was kind of like cool to go back and see like where that was. Like, it was like a roller coaster ride. Like, ooh, there's the hill. And there's the bottom of the hill where it's like, crap, the ride's over. Now what? So the only game, no, New Leaf definitely came out in 2013. So did another of my favorite games of like, for all time, forever. So like, I cheated and I was like, I'm gonna use the Japanese date for this one, but we'll get there, Shliam, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Sorry, I tried to rhyme your name. It came off dumb, but I really tried. Okay, so we're gonna start from this year, which, if you guys have been around my channel, you know. Game of the year for this year, Kirby and the Forgotten Land for Nintendo Switch. Absolutely loved it. It may even be my favorite Kirby game, so how can I say no? Hey, before you go, could you put this in the microwave, please? Okay, anyway. Sorry. Yay! Thanks, Odie! I was also making Odie cringe by looking up old videos that he was, like, not a fan of. But anyway, Kirby and the Forgotten Land is my favorite game from this year so far. The only thing that could possibly top it would be Pokemon, but it hasn't come out yet. I don't really see Pokemon topping Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And Pokemon Legends also came out this year, which I still have yet to play. I know a lot of people love that game too, but I haven't played it yet. So, like, maybe one day when I get around to Pokemon this year, then I'll make that decision, or I'll finalize that decision. But as of right now, I'm all about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's just so good. So, so good. And I don't want to, like, for these newer games, I don't want to say anything to spoil it for anybody. They're too new. I'm not going to say that much on Kirby. If you guys were here, you know. And if you weren't here and you want to know, then check out my YouTube channel, because I backed up all of my Kirby and the Forgotten Land streams, and I beat the game. I completed the game. It's in the books, so check it out. That was my game for this year. Again, I don't really see anything topping it. So that's kind of my opinion. Last year was kind of a Bobo year, but no other game really stood a chance against Mario Party Superstars. When that was announced, like the second it was announced, nothing else stood a chance. Like, I hadn't even played it yet, and I was like, well, this is going to be number one. Thank you so much. Have fun at the gym. Anyway, nothing was gonna top it. Like, it's just impossible. It's a remake of my favorite game of all time mixed with others in my favorite franchise of all time. So, like, we're not gonna go there, you know? But, like, I really, really did love Mario Golf Super Rush. That was another great game that I really loved. But, again, it's not gonna be topped by Mario Party. So, some of these I didn't even say much about because it was obvious. Like, if you've ever come across any of my content ever, you already know these things. I don't have to explain. So I went into more detail with games that I felt like people might not know that I really love or something. Like, Animal Crossing New Horizons is on here. I didn't even say anything about it. I was like, I don't even need to say anything. The title speaks for itself. There's nothing I could say about this to emphasize it more. So 2019, sorry. What year am I living in? It's not 2020 anymore. 2020, oh my god, 2021 was Mario Party Superstars for obvious reason. Even, you know, no other game had a chance. 2019 was kind of I feel like 2019 was kind of a dull year, honestly. I missed 2020 though. Where'd 2020 go? Sorry, some of these are not in order anymore. Okay, I just went out of order on accident. 2022 was Kirby and the Forgotten Land. 2021 is Mario Party Superstars, obvious. 2020 was a Bobo year. 2020 was a big Bobo year. Like, there are 3 games I absolutely love from this year. From 2020, I mean. Animal Crossing New Horizons takes the cake. Do I even need to say anything? No. Fall Guys came out that year. You guys know I'm obsessed. I love it. It's such a good game. I can see myself playing that forever. 2020. So good. And Clubhouse Games. I play it all the time still. I love it so much. It's such a, like, weird, like, where did this come from? Like, just such a good game. And they're all from 2020, which was, like, a great year for gaming because we were all stuck at home. So it was great to have, like, some good games come out that year. So that's my 2020 game, is Animal Crossing New Horizons. Don't really even need to say anything about it. 2019, like I said, was kind of a dull year. Nothing insanely amazing came out that year, in my opinion. My pick ended up being Super Mario Maker 2 for Nintendo Switch. And I could have put Sword and Shield on there, but just because I probably am more likely to play that more now, but, like, I still have yet to beat it. I wasn't, like, compelled to play it to completion immediately. I probably played Super Mario Maker 2 more and appreciate the creativity of it. It could have easily been either or, though, is what I'm trying to say, meaning I don't have super duper strong feelings either way. So if I had to choose, I'd pick Mario Maker 2. I think that's what I ultimately decided was my game of the year for that year anyway. But yeah, that year did not have a lot of Bobo games. And you guys know I kind of have my own... I'm kind of picky when it comes to games. Like, I play specific types of games, and I don't really, like, go out and play these really, what I call the, guy games. I know that sounds like... I'm not trying to sound sexist or anything, but, like, games with a lot of guns and dark colors and guys in big armor that are, like, supposed to represent, like, army men or ninjas or whatever, or aliens or zombies or, like, I hate all that stuff. I don't care. If that's all video games were, I would never be into them. Like, I would never care as much about video games as I do. So, like, you know, like, I grew up with games like, my dad always played Wolfenstein, and, he played the original World of Warcraft, or I don't even know if it was called World, I think it was just Warcraft back then, but, there was another game he played, Doom. He also played Doom, and it was a lot of fun to watch those games, but I don't need to play them myself, really. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not compelled to be like, oh my god, I need to play that. So, they're fun to watch. I enjoy watching other people play them, but that's not those aren't the games that, like, I call myself a gamer because of. So, I don't care about those games. So anyway, anything that comes out like that that's like, wow, but this game was so amazing. Like, it's not my kind of game. I'm not gonna rate it. I'm not gonna rank it up there with anything else. 2018 was Let's Go Pikachu / Eevee. I had the Eevee version. This was the first Pokedex I ever completed. Kind of. The only reason I say kind of is because the only things I'm missing are the exclusives that you have to trade for, because I knew way too many people that had Eevee and not enough people that had Pikachu, and the people I did know that had Pikachu barely played the game, so, like, I was like, I need these exclusives, so I'm missing, like, 5 Pokemon or something, but they're not a matter of, like, finding them or training for them or whatever, it's just, like, a matter of, like, finding somebody who's actually played the game who has Pikachu that can trade me the exclusives, so you know what I mean? So, like, as far as everything I could do, I've completed it. And I also had to give a shout out to my level 3 Dragonite that I found in the wild. Just like, you have to get Dragonair to level 50 for it to evolve, so to find a level 3 Dragonite is kind of a big slap in the face and hilarious to me. So anyway, that was my game of the year for 2018. Pokemon Red was my first Pokemon game, and to have a direct remake in this style that was such, to a T, like, the design of that original game was just, like, shocking the crap out of my nostalgia complex, so, like, that was fantastic. Is Overwatch one of what, Rolly? I'm not sure what you're asking about, but I'm definitely not an Overwatch person, and given the creator's history, I never will be, so that's, no. Never, no. I don't play FPS guy games either. See, and like I said, I'm not trying to say something like sexist or say like, oh, only guys enjoy those games. That's not true. I just think they're more male. They're geared towards males more, because like a lot of the time they have the big boob ladies and the very armor dudes, and it's like down and dirty. Not my thing. So let's go KK. I love KK though. Anyway, sorry, we had to have a KK moment. Did your dad play the new Doom? Oh, definitely not. No, I don't think my dad's played a video game since the 90s, since like the early 90s, Stone String. He's not a gamer like that. It's funny, my mom was more the gamer of the family, hence the very cute, colorful games that were had in my household. My dad enjoyed playing PC games more, but I think it was, you know, at the time, he was like, he would have been like in his late 30s. He would have been like 10 years older than me. So he would have been like in his late 30s, early 40s. And then that was kind of it. Like, I don't think he ever really stuck with video games. And he never played console games. Like, I've never seen him play a console game in my life. So, anyway, thank you, The Rock. Thanks for the shirt love today, you guys. I appreciate it. I didn't think it was possible, sorry. But recently I've become even less interested in Overwatch. Same. It's just because, like, people suck, you know? Like, don't be a sexual predator. It's not that hard. Like, don't do it. And don't go into a male-dominated field as a sexual predator and be like, oh my god, girls, they're all for me. Like, you're an idiot. No, don't do that. You're stupid. Go see a counselor. Like, you need therapy. Like, come on, let's go. Anyway, so what was I on? 2018 Pokemon Let's Go? Oh, 2017. This is kind of a fun one because this was a big year for me, like, personally. 2017 kind of changed my life. That was the year that Odie and I started dating. It was also the year that I literally had, like, the worst day of my life. I lost my companion cat that got me through some of the hardest times I've been through emotionally. And it was kind of like, I don't know, it was like God-given timing, I feel like, where, you know, I had this incredible bond with this cat during a very depressing time, and when that finally, like, lifted, and I had kind of, like, found somebody who I felt like I could spend the rest of my life with, out of the blue, she was gone. And it's like, what? Like, it was so devastating, but such, like, kind of unbelievable timing at the same time. I know that, like, that got really deep and really philosophical, but, like, that's how I feel about it. That year was so, like, it had such high highs, and that was such a low moment to start the year on, but I feel like it just got better from there, and it was kind of like a release of, like, it was kind of like the final release of the past, essentially. And I had started, like, exploring new things. I went to some new places for the first time. I bonded with, like, new friends more. It was just, like, a crazy year, like, a very life-changing year that I think of very fondly, even with that dark moment. I think of it very, very fondly, and, like, it's a beautiful year. Like, 17 is a lucky number for me, and that was just, like, epitome of, like, a lucky feeling year. I don't know. But this was the year I got my Switch. This was the year I got affiliated on Twitch. I'm not trying to rhyme right now. I'm not Dr. Seuss. I don't know why sorry. Anyway, I got affiliated. I played Banjo-Kazooie for the first time. I had those, like, super fun Monday night streams after I would, like, teach dance with you guys. I was in a new relationship that led to, like, he's my husband now, so that worked out, obviously. I went to, like, 3 conventions that year after not going to a convention really more than, like, one local little convention for, like, several years. Taking a break, basically. I did so many new cosplays that year. I just feel like it was just such a vibrant year for me. And so Switch was I first got the Switch, and the first game I got for Switch that didn't come on it, because Splatoon 2 came on the Switch, but I didn't really have interest in that, was Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I played the crap out of it, and I love the characters, and I really want to cosplay as T still, one day, even though I look really bad with short, light hair. I still want to do that cosplay and maybe make him a girl with long hair, so I don't have to have short hair. But yeah, 2017 Game of the Year was Puyo Puyo Tetris. I feel like there was another contender that I looked at later, and I was like, oh yeah, but, like, I still think I would pick Puyo Puyo Tetris over it. I can't even remember what it was now, and there was way too much to say about this year to explain any of that, so literally when I posted on Twitter my Game of the Year 2017, I had no words. I was like, alright, I'm just posting the GIF, that's it. Anyway, Right, Rolly. I mean, you know what? Like, if you enjoy the game, you have every right to play the game. It does not, like, I'm not one of those people that, I don't like to cancel things that I enjoy just because it's kind of a hard balance to find. I don't like to cancel things just because, like, of one incident or one little, like, you know, I know, like, people are obsessed with Harry Potter, and then J.K. Rowling I don't even know the whole story of this, but apparently J.K. Rowling made, like, a transphobic comment about something, and so everybody was like, oh, Harry Potter's dead now. And I'm like, what does that even have to do with Harry Potter? Like, you don't have to like her. You don't have to agree with her. what she said, I don't even know what she said. Maybe it was super duper wrong. I have no idea, but that literally has nothing to do with that book. Like, yes, she's the author, but like, you loved it before and this was the same person before. I don't understand. Like, I don't like, so I don't really get that. So if you love a game and then the person who is the director of the company turns out to be a big a-hole, like, there's more that went into that game than just that person. So I just don't see, like, trashing an entire piece for the sake of, like, cancel culture. Like, well, that person sucks, so I'm just, anything that they have anything to do with, I'm never gonna look at again. If it truly brings you joy or something. I feel like you're discounting, like, the joy that you can experience from your life, because of somebody else's toxic whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't know. You guys don't have to agree with me on this or anything. I know, like, this is a very, like, controversial topic, but I just don't like when something gets canceled based on one incident when it has brought you joy and you have nothing to do with that incident. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying I'm right or have, like, number one best opinion on this. I don't like that. I don't like being like, oh, well, this thing is associated with that, so I can't ever do it again. So it's like, if you love Overwatch and you've played it like crazy and then come to find out, like, oh, the creator sucks or whatever, I don't feel, you've already played the game. Like, you've already enjoyed it. Do you want to, like, keep giving money to that company or something? No, you can, like, not play other games of theirs and do whatever you want to change that, but, like, it's kind of too late for the other thing that you've already enjoyed, so, like, might as well just enjoy it for what it is. I don't know, that's kind of how I feel. But that's how I feel about, like, the cancel culture nature of, like, when news comes out. Like, I have had so much fun at MagFest. Turns out a lot of the creators of MagFest are crap. Or creators, runners, I don't know. They suck. But, like, that's not going to take away from, like, the fun times that I've had at the convention. Like, because I'm not going to let that person ruin it and be like, oh, well, I'm never going to acknowledge the fact that I went to MagFest ever again. Like, I can't do, like, I'm not going to do that. Like, that's just giving them way too much power. So, anyway, that's kind of my opinion on that. I don't know. Like I said, you don't have to agree. It doesn't really, like, need to be that deep, but, I feel like that happens with so many things in the game industry. It's just sad. So, sorry, I'm way back in the chat. Counterweights man, losing a companion cat, but finding the man of your dreams. I know, right? Like, I don't know how these things work out, but it just seems very philosophical and weird. Well, Armand 2017, welcome to the chat. And J.K. Rowling made several transfer. I don't know about any of it. I just know, like, there was some kind of drama that went down, and everybody was like, you can't like Harry Potter anymore. And I'm like, you know, I'm gonna like Harry Potter if I want to. I don't have to like her. Like, I don't have to agree with what she says. I don't have to support her. Like, but the book is not gonna take, that has nothing to do with it. Like, that's silly. Like, if you want to make a difference, you don't make a difference by not reading a book anymore. You make a difference by, like, making a movement to, like, change whatever the real problem is. But anyway, she tweets transphobic stuff every single day. Why? You know? If people want to, like, I don't understand why people go on these, like, negative tangents about people that literally have nothing to do with them and are not hurting them. Like, I don't agree with, like, she shouldn't be making comments at all in that regard. I totally agree with that, but, like, that doesn't have anything to do with the book. That's just her. Like, if she's gonna be dumb, then she needs therapy or something. I'm not sure. So, I don't know. I've never looked into it because I've never had any particular interest in... There's so much drama out there. I'm just like, whatever. People are annoying. Anyway. But yeah. This stream just went deep. Also, Gen-T24, welcome, by the way. I was about to say MagFest kind of had the same vibe with former crew. Right. It doesn't mean you won't go back. It just means, like, you might be a little bit more choosy about, like, researching who is running these things, whatever. I feel like that's, like, a better way to approach it, maybe. Wallabite, welcome. Doing well. We're just having a chat about all kinds of weird things that just got really deep. Turned out like, we were kind of talking about how people cancel games when they find out, like, the creator sucks. But, like, if you've never played that game before, like, and you find out the creator sucks, then it's like, okay, more reason not to play it. But, like, if you've already played it and enjoyed it, like, whatever. Anyway, where am I? I'm sorry, I'm scrolling. People who spew hate like that are so bizarre. I don't understand the whole focus on everybody else in the world and people that, like, don't affect your immediate anything. I don't understand it. It's bizarre to me. Yeah, when you see drama, all you gotta do is walk away. But yeah. It's like you could delve deep into literally any game, any book, any movie, any whatever, and find something to pick at and go, oh, that's bad. And I think that's just kind of culture today is a little bit hypersensitive to certain issues because they haven't progressed in the way that they should have. I think that's the tea. Like, things should have progressed more by this point, and the fact that they haven't is disappointing. So we go back and we go, well, look, that thing enabled it, and it's like, okay, but, like, what are you gonna do now? You gotta, like, do stuff with the new things coming out or whatever. I haven't been to a con since 2019, but I do try to get together with our friend group when possible. I guess I haven't. When was my last con? I think my last con actually was in 2020, like right before the pandemic. It was a small convention. It's one that's in Indiana. It's Anime Crossroads. I've been to it many times. I went to that for like one day, and it was fun. But it was it was right before all the COVID craziness. It was in February, and COVID kind of took over the world in March. So technically, my last con was in 2020. My last more like gaming convention would have been in 2019. And it was Con Bravo, and it was kind of a hot mess that year. So, I don't know. Also, Genty, thank you for the follow. Sometimes you can separate the media from the creator, but sometimes the creator makes it really hard to separate. Exactly. This is not like a black and white, like, well, this equals it. Like, exactly. Like, I agree, Bowie. It's a hard balance. You gotta do whatever you feel is right. We'll see if I buy the Overwatch 2 because of this. It's the same game, but it sucks once that game comes out. The first one ceases to exist. Yeah, that sucks. That's just like a marketing tactic that's annoying in general, but am I going back to Animal Crossing today? No, but at some point probably. I mean, I haven't played Animal Crossing in probably since June now, but did I play it in July? I don't think I even played it in July. I think the last time I played it was in June. If possible, I'd say buy it secondhand. That way you're not directly supporting. There you go. Perfect. There's your loophole. Where was I? We got really deep after 2017. I think because I, like, went on this, like, philosophical talk, and then we talked about canceling and all this other stuff. 2016, sorry, if you guys walked in and you're like, what is she even talking about? I did this trend on Twitter last night where 1 like equals favorite game from each year going backwards from 2022. My goal was to get back to my birth year, which I way exceeded. I think I got back to, like, my mom's birth year, so I don't have enough games for the year, or I don't have enough years for games, however you want to look at it, either way. But we're all the way down to 2016 now. 2016 was a bland nothing year, apparently, because the only game I bought was Kirby Planet Robobot. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but, like, it was literally the only option I even had. So it's like, it was kind of favorite by default, but it is a good game. I did enjoy it. I think it was a good game. Do I still have it? No, because I didn't enjoy it enough to, like, keep it and play again. I didn't find, like, replay value in it, but, yeah, 2016 apparently was not a game year for me. 2015 is the only one on this list that I kind of disagree with my answer after I realized another game that came out that same year, but it kind of could have gone either way, so I'm not like, I don't really need to change it. 2015, I chose Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer because I really loved the concept of this. I played the crap out of it, like designing the town and everything. I don't think it has much replay value anymore thanks to the New Horizons version that's just better, and why would I play Happy Home Designer when I could just play like the New Horizons like DLC? So truth be told, I probably should have chosen Yoshi's Woolly World from this year because I didn't realize that that came out in 2015 until after I'd posted this, and I'm like, I loved Yoshi's Woolly World. I actually beat that game, played it with my girl Bree Hawk, who's often here. She's one of my best friends, but she and I played through that together, and it was so much fun. I think I've had maybe some of the most rage I've ever had in my life in that game with Monty Mole, but so I think I probably would rank it higher than Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, but at the same time, it's not like it's so out of this world beyond what that game was at the time that I would feel bad not choosing it. I don't know. I'm kind of like both. I like both. Whatever. It could go either way. I probably would have chosen Woolly World if I'd realized, but here we are. We chose Happy Home Designer. It's great. So 2015 apparently wasn't like a super year for me either, because I think those were like the only two that I even like would have thought about. Anyway, yeah, what's your favorite video game from 1965? I don't know. I was like, were there even video games then? But apparently there were. They were just, how do you even know about them now, you know? Oh my gosh, I know. You probably wouldn't have expected that subject to come out of it. I was just talking about 2017 being like this crazy year of life changes for me. And like in a good way, but... Okay, anyway, yeah, I would never go back to Happy Home Designer at this point, whereas I probably would go back to Yoshi's Woolly World if somebody asked me to play it, so probably should have chosen that. I feel bad, too, because I have literally no Wii U games on here, so sorry, missed opportunity, but that's the only one I kind of regret, my choice. Okay. What now? Where are we? Oh, now we get into some good stuff, though. 2014... I feel like this is the most underrated game on this list, and I hate the terms underrated and overrated because it's just completely down to opinion. I talk about this all the time, but my 2014 game of the year, because I like could not put this game down and absolutely loved it, played the entire thing, played the crap out of it, was Disney Magical World for 3DS. I feel like a lot of people don't know it exists. It was way more popular in Japan than the US, and especially the sequel, although I didn't like the sequel as much as the original. I first heard about this when I was working in Disney World. One of the photographers I was working with was like, oh, you like Animal Crossing? And I was like, I love Animal Crossing. And he said, well, there's this like really cute like simulation like adventure game that's Disney themed that's kind of similar. It's on the 3DS. And I was like, really? I had never heard of it before. And he told me what it was, and so I looked it up, and sure enough, it was like super discounted at Best Buy. It was like 10, 15 bucks, something like that. So I bought it, and it was amazing, and I absolutely love it. It's so good. If you guys enjoy simulation games like Animal Crossing, or if you like things like Harvest Moon, like Story of Seasons, that kind of thing, it's that with a little bit of Animal Crossing and a little bit of Disney. Like, well, not a little. It's Disney themed, but it's not so in your face that, like, you can't just see it as, you can't, like, see beyond just Disney characters. Like, I feel like it's a good balance, kind of. It's such a good game. 2014 Game of the Year, Disney Magical World for 3DS. So good. Also, Phoenix Warriors, welcome to the stream. RIP Wii U. I'm sorry. I tried. Ooh, Aaron-filled morning. You love a productive morning, at least. I had one of those. I had the ultimate cleaning day yesterday. Odie and I did all these fun things, and then I went crazy cleaning last night, and I was so exhausted afterward. Anyway. It's not even October yet. Why am I already thinking about the Halloween stream for this year? I have to stop myself, Phantom. I love summer, and I don't want summer to end, but I keep seeing all this cute, like, fall stuff in different places, like, on social media, in stores, whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, Halloween, I'm like, oh my god, I cannot do this yet. I have to wait until the end of this month. I cannot get this hyped yet. I have to wait until it's closer to September. We are still in the middle of summer. I can't do this, but I know. I've been doing the same thing, and I'm so excited for the Halloween stream this year. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do for it, too. Do I still do dance videos? Yes, but I haven't done one in a long time because I haven't had a good space for recording. I will forever do dance videos. I just don't know how frequent they will come out because I have way too ambitious ideas a lot of the time that take way longer to put into fruition with one person working on it. So that's kind of what happens with that. Speaking of Harvest Moon, you just got a copy of Story of Seasons. Ooh, nice! I need to get back to Story of Seasons for Switch. It's one of those games that, like, I meant to play it in the spring, and then it was too busy, and I didn't. So maybe, like, when spring rolls around again, it's, like, a very springy kind of game for me. I feel bad, but nearly every Wii U game I love was just ported to the Switch. Well, you know, I think that speaks for itself, though. Like, they're so good. You gotta have them on the newest console. Like, so... Nintendo just agrees with you. Stardew Valley looks like my type of game. I've never played it. I own it. I've never played it because I'm so scared that I'll get too addicted. Alright, we're getting into some golden years here, by the way. We just did 2014. You guys already know what 2013 is. 2013 Game of the Year, Animal Crossing New Leaf, 3DS. Bring back Ganon. He's the best character. Like, why is he not in New Horizons? Ganon is my favorite neighbor. He's my next door neighbor, and he was fantastic. And I'm like, I just want Ganon back. I've never even played Legend of Zelda, and I want Ganon back. Now, technically, Animal Crossing tied with another game for Game of the Year in 2013, so I cheated, and I used the 2012 release date for the other game, so we'll get to that in just a second. Because I really couldn't choose. I was like, oh my god, they're both so good. They both are too good. I can't. 2013 was a Bobo year. But why are these not in order? Hold on. I'm trying to find my... There it is. 2012. I used the Japanese release date because I cheated. Sorry. But 2012 Game of the Year was Fire Emblem Awakening for 3DS. It's the only Fire Emblem game I've ever played, and it's maybe the only one I ever need to play because it was so good, and the fact that you can get married and have kids and then potentially kill your children and not realize it was the best. Rip Donald, never used him. I think I killed Pon's son on accident. I don't know. I did all kinds of stuff that I didn't know what I was doing, and it was hilarious. I loved it so much. I did a cosplay of Pon the following year. At PAX East. It was just such a fun game. It was so good. It's the Fire Emblem that, like, got me into the series, and I expected to play other Fire Emblem games, and then I was like, well, I'll just keep playing this one. Never mind. So I just never did. But it was so good. So that's my 2012 game of the year, even though I'm going by Japanese release, so it didn't have to compete with Animal Crossing. I'm sorry. You can kill your children and not realize it. Oh, The Sims? Basically. Awakening is so good. If you want to give, like, a tactical RPG a chance, and it felt kind of simulation-y to me. I don't know. That's just the one to try, because it's just so good. And I'm forever jealous, because a couple years ago, Pixel Plume was streaming this game, and he had all these, like, brides on one of the levels, and I'm like, what is this? I never played this bride level. Apparently it was DLC. I downloaded several DLC kits, or packages? Kits? I don't know. I got several different DLC sets for that game, and The bride one was not one of them, and it should have been. I just wasn't aware of it, so I missed out. But so good. So good. Like I said, I've never played another Fire Emblem game. Maybe one of these days I'll have to give it a try, but Awakening was like a dating sim. I feel like it just had all the things I love from like The Sims. So I was obsessed with it immediately. Ooh, what is this song? I know this song. Is this from Ruby and Sapphire? It is from Ruby and Sapphire! It's the dive theme! Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Okay, anyway. So that's 2012. 2012 is Fire Emblem Awakening. Everything with Awakening in the title is my favorite. Star Wars, or like Awaken. Star Wars The Force Awakens, favorite Star Wars movie. Fire Emblem Awakening, best Fire Emblem game. Alright, we're to 2011. I get pretty creative here in these years, which I was actually pretty surprised with myself because I veered off the Nintendo road. 2011 Game of the Year was Dance Central 2. I love Dance Central. I think it's honestly the best dance game. I played it at PAX for the first time. Or was it the first time I played it at PAX? I think I played Dance Central 2 for the first time at PAX. I had played the first one at like my sister's friend's house. It's just so good. Like, you can tell that they had like real choreographers do the dance routines. They're just different than Just Dance. Just Dance has some made up stuff in it that's just not as, I don't know, it's just not as good. Dance Central, so much better, so good. I got an Xbox 360 solely for Kinect and for games like this. So Dance, that was my Xbox era, was the Kinect era, and that was it. But Dance Central 2, 2011 best game. Also, Baby Got Back was my best song, and I could probably still do it now just without the video. It was so much fun. So that was kind of fun, having a different system in there. I had Xbox in there, which I would have never thought would ever happen, ever. So that's 2011. 2010 was like a year of gaming. Seriously. A year of gaming. 2010 though was when one of my favorite indie games ever released, and it's V6. VVV. It released on PC. I actually played it for the first time on 3DS. I'm telling you guys, it has one of the best soundtracks ever. It's so good. It's such a good soundtrack. It's such a simple concept, but it's so well done. Like, I love it. It's amazing. I want to stream this game at some point because it is on the Switch. And the only reason I haven't gotten it on the Switch is because it was on sale, I missed it, and then I was like, I'll just wait for the next sale, and it has yet to go on sale ever again. So I need to just, like, bite the bullet and pay the full price for it and not care. But I love V6. I did it. I did it. I did a cosplay of it because I loved it so much. So when I posted this on Twitter, I also posted the cosplay, which I need to just get the cosplay out and wear the pieces as clothes. Because it was basically just a shorts top combo. I love it. I love it so much. If you want an indie game recommendation, that's mine, is V6. Or Fall Guys. But Fall Guys is a little bit easier to get a hold of, so try V6. It's so good. The only downside of V6 is it's impossible to say its name. I guess could be the way you say it. Also, I would love to do more Dance Central streams. Spatially my setup's not great, and the whole music aspect also not great anymore because Twitch doesn't want you to use any kind of music, so it's annoying. But yeah. I say this, Ubisoft did get better with their yes, that is true. The Just Dance games did get better. I actually do own Just Dance 2020 on my Switch. I downloaded it during the pandemic because I wanted a way to like get moving and get dancing at home that was just fun, and that's what I did. So because I couldn't really go anywhere and do anything, I downloaded it, and it was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. It's still no Dance Central, but I did like it. All right, we're to 2009. This was the year I graduated from high school. And the year... 2010 was the year I started LPing. I started LPing in January. I started my YouTube channel. That's when I was introduced to the world of gaming, and to all of you. So 2010 was a big year. 2009, it's kind of funny because it's like 2009 is like the year before my life as I know it now, basically. But 2009 was the year New Super Mario Bros. Released on the Wii. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, sorry. And this one kind of has sentimental value, more for what it means in addition to, like, yes, having played it and really enjoyed it, but, like, it was the first full LP I ever watched of Odinspec 33. It was the first full LP of his I ever watched. And if you would have told me back then, like, well, you're going to marry this guy and he's going to be your husband and literally cross borders for you and move mountains for you so that he can marry you, like, I would have been like, what? No, I don't understand. I mean, I would have been hyped, but I would have been like, I don't understand. So it's funny how life works out. So literally in my post, I linked excuse me, episode 1 of his LP, which I watched earlier today, which he was thrilled about. Oh, speaking of the devil, here he comes. Whoa!
Here comes.
You! I was just talking about how my 2009 Game of the Year was New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and I associate it with you. See? Sigh. It was so good, though. I loved that LP. It's true, Psycho. When people are like, oh, you guys met online? We're always like, yeah, YouTube. And people are like, what? Like, people don't get it, which I'm not sure I would get it either if I weren't in this industry.
There's a big nerdy car outside.
What?
Like
the Pikachu car?
No, not like that. Like, it has,
Oh.
like, the vinyl stickers on the windows of, like, all a bunch of various, like game stuff.
Oh,
There's, like,
okay.
a Nintendo sticker and a Portal sticker and
Huh. Well, cute.
stuff.
Somebody's a big nerd out there.
I've never seen it before, so it's probably just somebody visiting.
Yeah. Also, this Earthbound song sounds like it came straight out of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, so
It really does.
It does
Um,
sound-
doesn't it? It sounds like it came out of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, I'm never gonna get that out of my head.
It's just a Napoleon Dynamite score
It
song.
does.
Oh my gosh. Mutonic and Rolly say, hi, Odie. Welcome back. It would be nice if I could beat the love of my life on Twitch or YouTube. Maybe you will, Bowie. Maybe you will. Yes, the OG DVD LPs club. See, I had Odie's Not So Limited Edition DVD LP
Saying this.
of Kirby Tilt and Tumble. Toad in Wonderland.
He has one too?
Do you have one, Toad? Are you for real? Because if you do,
I don't know who I
That
gave
merch.
those to, besides
he doesn't
Bobo.
know who he gave him to, so you probably do. Who
It was
knows?
a Bobo, that's for sure. But she still has it for some reason.
Why would I not have this? Why would I be like, oh, this is Odie's? Toss, garbage. Like, I would never do that. Little known fact, the Napoleon Dynamite soundtrack is made entirely of songs from Earthbound.
That's interesting.
Yeah, Toad has one. Toad has one of the Not So Limited Edition DVDs.
Wow.
So good. That's great. Armand also says hi, Odie.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
We
We were talking
What are
about
you doing?
you. We were talking about you, so it was appropriate. Huh?
What? I know you said you're doing
I'm
variety.
going.
What's-
No, I'm just talking about my list from yesterday.
Oh, okay.
We're to 2009, so we're getting to the golden years. We also derailed quite a bit and talked about like philosophical crap, but now we're back.
Sorry, I'm just being nosy.
No, you're good.
I'll leave you alone.
Anyway, that was the game of 2009. I feel like I had more competition for Game of the Year 2008, which was Mario Kart Wii. Which there's no way anything would ever top Mario Kart Wii in 2008. It was just, it's my favorite Mario Kart of all time. I love the motion controls. I played with the Wii wheel religiously. And I'm one of those people, I do love the motion controls. That was my favorite part of the Wii. So like, people who are like, oh, it was great except the motion controls, I'm the opposite. And I absolutely loved Mario Kart Wii because of that. I hadn't been that excited and felt that I had that much fun playing Mario Kart since I was a kid, it felt like. Although I love, DS is my second favorite, so I feel like those were right next to each other, and they just brought new life to the series. I loved it. And I gotta give a shout out to my girl Bree Hawk for spending 8 hours a day unlocking everything with me, because we played this game literally non-stop that summer. Non-stop. Loved it so much. So 2008 Mario Kart Wii. 2007, this one had some competition, but I had to pick it because I was like, seriously, it was so good. I picked Mario Party 8 for Wii. After I got when I originally got my Wii, I only had sports for a long time until Super Mario Galaxy released. Then I think that was the first game I got outside of Wii Sports. Loved it, and it could have easily been on here too, but I have such fondness for Mario Party 8, and it's one of my all-time favorite Mario Parties that it ranked higher than it, like, at the end of the day. So it was such a good year for Bobo games in 2007. Mario Party 8 gave me the same feels as the N64 games, truly. And I love it for that. For the longest time, I said my favorite Mario Party games are 1, 2, 8. Now I would say 3 I probably like a little bit more than 8, but 8's probably 4th, I would imagine. Maybe. I don't know. It's in the top 5 for sure. It's 4th or 5th. Superstars is up there too. But I absolutely love Mario Party 8. It's so good. And then for 2006, Wii Sports. What can you say? Like, it's such a good game. They've never made, like, I feel like this is the epitome of using motion controls to the best and greatest degree possible. And it was like the first game, the introduction. It was so much fun. This could have been such a lousy game, and it's not. It's so good. It's so much fun. And it was the only game I had, and I remember being at my cousin's house, and he's like, "Oh, are you thinking about getting a Wii? My friend has one, and he only has Wii Sports for it." And I'm like, I want to get one, but I don't know what games I would even get for it or anything. And he's like, no, it comes with Wii Sports, and it's literally like the only game you'll need. Seriously, it's so much fun. Like, you don't even have to worry about another game for a long time. And I'm like, really? It's that good? And he's like, you have no idea how much fun it is. I'm like, okay. So when I saved up all my money, I sold all kinds of things, like old games, plushies, whatever. I was like doing my best to hustle for money to buy this Wii. And when I finally got the money for it and bought it, he was so right. I love Wii Sports. So, it's the best. We love Wii Sports. But yeah, Mario Party 8, let's go. I have favoritism of Double Dash, DS, and 8, but I absolutely love the tracks on the Wii. I also love Double Dash and DS. 8, I like it. I don't think I love it, but I do like it a lot. So good. Anyway, 2006 Wii Sports. Speaking of Mario Kart though, 2005, this was like a game I didn't even intend to get, but it came with my DS. I asked for a Nintendo DS for Christmas with Nintendogs, and I asked for the pink Nintendogs edition DS. Toys R Us was sold out. The guy at Toys R Us recommended the red Nintendo DS to my mother, who was on the hunt for, you know, my main gift for the year, and she's like, okay, I think she'll like this one too. And he's like, Mario Kart's just a way better game than Nintendogs. Like, that'll last you way longer. And I love Mario Kart as a series. I just didn't really think about it. Like, think about getting that game. I was thinking like, oh, I want like the new, like, trendy, like, dog game because I love animals and great. So she ended up getting me the Mario Kart DS that came with Mario Kart DS, and also she got me Nintendogs in addition to it because it was like the same price and came with the game. And I love that red DS so much. I've worn the crap out of it because it's so good. And Mario Kart DS was like the gem I never expected. Like, I did not expect to love it as much as I did. I'd never had a handheld Mario Kart because I didn't have Super Circuit. And what I had seen of Super Circuit on my friend's Game Boy Advance, it was kind of lackluster. Like, it was fun. It was Mario Kart, but it was not that exciting. This was that exciting. I think most of my all-time favorite racetracks came from Mario Kart DS. And even though I said this in my comment on Twitter, even though Animal Crossing Wild World came out the same year, and I was tempted to pick that because it was like the first handheld Animal Crossing, it just like, it didn't, and I played it every single day going to dance in the morning, but like I just didn't, it had some things missing from it because it was a smaller game than like the other Animal Crossings available, so like I wouldn't choose it over some of the others, and like I would choose Mario Kart DS over the other Mario Kart games. Like I would. So I had to go with this Mario Kart DS. Please put Airship Fortress on the Switch DLC for Mario Kart 8, please, because it's my favorite from that game. And it was the first Rainbow Road that looped, and I thought that was so cool, and I loved that. But anyway, Super Circuit wasn't great, and then DS just smoked it. Seriously! It was like, where did this come from? I think the big appeal I love about Double Dash was the large roster, and I love the double racer. I love the double racer, double item mechanic, and I think that was like, I think you're right, Toad. I agree. I think that was like the main appeal. Okay, guys. 2004. We're down to 2004. Mario Kart DS was 2005. 2004. I don't even know what else. I didn't even look at what else came out in 2004 because I didn't need to. Because this is like favorite game of all time. I mean, this and Mario Party, favorite game of all time. The Sims 2 came out. I was like, well, Sims 2 came out in 2004. I never need to look at another 2004 game ever again. It's literally the best game. I have spent more hours of my life playing that game than I would ever care to admit or care to know, because it would just, you know, make me cringe a little bit, but I still play it to this day. I played it like 3 days ago. Still. How many games can you say, like, you play regularly, and you've played them regularly for almost 20 years, every year? Not many, probably, but I can say that about The Sims 2. So, I don't think I'll ever outgrow it. I don't think a Sims game will ever top it. I don't think I'll ever be as into a Sims game as I'm into The Sims 2. So I absolutely had to go with The Sims 2. There was no competition. None. 2004 is a tough year for me because it contains two of my top 3 favorite games of all time, Sims 2 and Paper Mario TTYD. I know a lot of people love TTYD. And so a lot of people are super hyped for TTYD too, but like I just don't have, I don't even have any appeal for TTYD, so like it's just, even if I did, it'd still be a no-brainer. Sims 2. 2003 is a unique choice, and I feel like there were some good choices for 2003, but I couldn't pass up Toontown Online. It's the best MMO in the entire world. It's the only one I'll probably ever play because it is so my aesthetic, and just I love the system, the way that it has been put together. It is no longer like run under Disney, but like it still exists because people took it over. Now it's Toontown rewritten, but yo, Toontown Online, I paid $10 a month to play that game because I was obsessed. I saved my allowance money. I did what I could. And I gotta shout out my friend Michaela, who got me absolutely obsessed with this game. And I played it so much. I was on the computer so much that my mom was like, this is unhealthy. What are you doing on the computer for hours? And I was like, I'm playing this game. And she's like, you cannot play this game this much. Like, this is too much. Why are you doing this? And so I'm like, Mom, just try it. Like, you would like it. Seriously. She tried it. She got just as addicted as I did, if not more. Like, we seriously had to, like, take shifts, like, on the computer playing it, because she got so obsessed with it, and she plays it to this day, and I think it's, like, her favorite game. Seriously. My mom, like, got totally obsessed with it. She loves it. So, Toontown, seriously, so addictive. If you want a game, like, if you want to play an MMO that's colorful and fun and lighthearted, Toontown's the way to go, especially if you're prone to cartoons and kid-like stuff. I love it. But it is very addictive, so, you know, if you don't want to get super addicted to throwing hours and hours into this game, there's your warning right there. So that's the 2003 game. It's so good. Now we're getting into childhood too, which is like, it feels so different from the other eras. It's like every decade I can sense the difference in the way that it feels, which is kind of crazy. Like, I know that sounds cheesy, but that's just how it is. Where is my 2002 game on here? It's like not showing up at the top for some reason. I guess because I replied to it. But anyway, you guys know what the 2002 game is probably, if you have any inkling of anything I've ever done. 2002 game, best game ever. Another one of my absolute all-time favorite games in the entire world. Animal Crossing for the GameCube, the original. This is the game. This is what I wrote on Twitter. I said, this is the game I'm beyond grateful for to this day. The reason is because not only, like, do I just love the concept of this game, but this game is honestly, like, the reason my gaming career took off. Like, if I hadn't played this game, I probably wouldn't have a lot of what I have now. And it was that game that, you know, it's a simulation, so at the time it was like, oh, you can't play it. You can't make an LP of a simulation game. That doesn't work. Like, there's no direction, there's no goal, there's no whatever. So I was very nervous to try something different, which is, like, obviously what I would recommend doing to everybody. Like, don't be scared to try something different, even though it is scary. Like, it really is. But, you know, it just wasn't a game that the type of game people were playing on YouTube at the time, and I was very new to YouTube, so it's like, I kind of had nothing to lose, but I was also, like, worried that I would just be making myself look like an idiot and trying to be funny and not succeeding. And so, like, I didn't cancel the project, but I delayed it for, like, a BS reason, and then finally was just like, I'm just gonna upload it and see what happens. And it was so well received. It changed my life. It really did. So here we are today. I owe a lot of props to Animal Crossing. And I love it, and I'm so grateful to those of you who say that's your favorite LP of mine, and you watch it every summer, every year, because it's tradition. That rocks my world, so thank you to those of you who love it as well, because I never imagined, and I'm so, so grateful. Yo, these are, like, some of the best years. So that was 2002. 2001 is Paper Mario for N64. I never thought it was possible to love an RPG that much. And it's like the best soundtrack in the world, so just saying. Also, Pixie, welcome back! Welcome back, girl. Paper Mario has all the feels, all the like, I love it. I don't think I'll ever love an RPG more than Paper Mario. And it makes me cry still. Every time I play through it, I cry at the end. And I don't know, it's like, I've played this before, why am I crying? But I just can't help it. It's just so good. And it's the game that I literally, like, fought my mom to, like, renew the rental because we didn't own it. And I was like, you can't, I'm not giving it back. I'll pay the late fee. Like, seriously. So that's 2001. 2000, the game that, like, changed my world is The Sims for PC. 2000 had a lot of really good games, but none could top The Sims and what The Sims turned into for me. So this game changed my world. Sims Vacation is the best expansion of all time, and it will always be my favorite. I said it last night, I'll say it again. Marky Sharky lives on forever. He's still standing outside someone's hotel bathtub waiting for a hug, preventing them from living their lives and, you know, just being himself. I also had to put Tilma! Oh, Bonne! Hey, wop, zibna. Because why not? Anyway, so that was like the first, I think that was the first PC game that I played just as much as a console game, or played over console games. So good. The Sims Forever. That's 2000, 1999. you guys, 1999 is Mario Party for the N64, and it's the best game series of all time, best game ever, best Mario Party. It's my favorite forever. I will always love Mario Party 1 the most, like always. And this is kind of like Animal Crossing. It's the game that opened an unfathomable amount of doors in my life, because I started LPing with this game because it was my favorite, and I wouldn't have met anybody, all of you. I wouldn't have my, like, lifelong friends that I have now. I wouldn't have my husband that I have now had it not been for this game existing. So, thanks, Mario Party. I owe you. It's so good. It's one I probably didn't even need an explanation for, but had to. I had to be cheesy. That's 99, 98, Pokemon Red and Blue, Game Boy. It's the first Game Boy game on here, and it was my first Pokemon game. I was introduced into the Pokemon game franchise last of the Pokemon franchise. I went cards, anime, then the games, which is kind of bizarre because I feel like any other order would make more sense. But no, I started with the cards, then I got into the anime. My sister and I both asked for Game Boy Colors for Christmas. She got this game. I got Wario Land 3. She had the game that stood the test of time more than I did. More than mine did, I mean. And because Pokemon's a single save file, I would play her game all the time, but I would just play it like way into the night and then have to turn it off and not save it because I loved it. It was so much fun, and I didn't get my own cartridge for years later, but it's just like it's the game that started my love of Pokemon games. Did it start my love of Pokemon? No, the cards did, believe it or not, but it started my love of the games. It was my introduction. Words can't express how much I love Mario Party. Exactly. That is what I'm trying to say. Back to Animal Crossing for GameCube. That was my first watched LP of yours. Aw, Mutonic! See? It's so sentimental! I love that! Been playing Mario Party from the 1st through 7th. It's so good. I love Mario Party so much. Pokemon Blue was my first! Let's go! Yeah, I got into the cards first because my best friend said at her school everybody had Pokemon cards and they were trading them and they were so cute and fun, and I was like, what? I didn't even know how to play we didn't know how to play the card game. We just wanted to collect and trade the cards, and it became this huge fad, and she was like, here, I'll give you some cards. Which one do you want? And I picked Jigglypuff because I thought she was the cutest, and she's still my favorite to this day. So that tells you what a creature of habit I am, but yeah, I was introduced to the cards first, and then I begged my mom to go out and buy me some cards, and I would beg my grandpa, like, every time we would go to the store, I'd get a pack of Pokemon cards. My dad would take us out to, like, comic book stores to buy the card. I mean, we were obsessed. Like, my whole family got obsessed, basically, and then my friend said, there's a show, too. It's on at 4 every afternoon, and you've got to watch it. It's so good. And literally the first episode I watched was the Butterfree episode. That was the first episode I ever saw, and I was like crying at the end of it. I'm like, this show is amazing. Didn't even know the games existed. Had no idea. It's so funny how that happens, but that's how it happened for me. So, 1997. This is another big year, but it's Mario Kart 64. That is my game. Game left tire tracks on my soul. 6-minute Rainbow Road forever, baby. That's what I had to say about it because it's so true. And it was my first N64 game that we got with our N64. So, love, 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 love forever. Psycho! Thank you for the bits!
Toad sound.
Okay, it did ruin Toad's voice for me a little bit, but it was still great. Thanks, Psycho, for pointing that out. I would be actively collecting cards if it wasn't so expensive, and there are so many series now. Toad, I feel your pain, and I still collect cards anyway, even though they are expensive, and I just limit it and be like, you know what, I'm just a casual collector. I had my one set that I completed, and I was so happy about it, and like, I kind of like to do the like smaller sets, like the Pokemon Go is a smaller set. Those are easier. I don't know. But I just kind of get, like, random ones now and just collect to do, like, creative things with. And I can make decks out of what I have now. So it's like, I'm just gonna stick with that and then upgrade slowly. I don't know. Sad thing is that you would have been a poker freak like you. Everyone who loves Pokemon, but... You had all 151 Pokemon on blue version, dropped your Game Boy Pocket while saving. No! Oh, that sucks. I've never, like I said, the only Pokedex I've ever completed was in Let's Go, so I've never been that ambitious to collect them all in the regular game. That older games, but, you know. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh my god, his voice is so bad in the English version. I don't know, I need to look up his Japanese voice, Broly, because anything's better than what the US English version is. I start every Pokemon game thinking, this time I'll fill up my decks, and by like the second gym I give up. Same. I try. Yahoo! The closest I got to finishing the entire decks was Auras, but I did finish the in-game decks for Sun and Moon. Well, that's way more than what I can say. Oh, Toad's... What? Why didn't they just keep that then? His voice is the same as in Mario Party. That's so stupid that they changed it. Like, didn't they know we were not gonna like this? Okay, you guys are gonna be mad at me probably for 1996, but I had to think of it like a 5-year-old because I was 5 years old for the majority of 1996, and the #1 game I played that year was Barbie Fashion Designer on PC, and it came with like printable clothing, like you could print Barbie's clothes, like you could print the outfits you designed and then color them and like put them on your Barbies. It came with like Velcro and stuff. So, is this a good choice? No, but was it my jam at 5 years old? Absolutely, it was. And I had to write about how it would be like, if you don't like your outfit, you can give it to charity. And I was like, who's this charity person getting all my outfits? Like, jerk. She probably has this huge closet with all these clothes. Turns out, charity was an actual word, not just the name of a person. So I was like, oh, I didn't find this out until like years later. Maybe a year later, but it feels like years later to me. And you could try to send her out on the runway, and you could send her out naked, and she would be like, don't forget my shoes. She would refuse to go on the runway because she didn't have shoes on. Not because she was completely naked, but she just needed shoes. And I thought that was hilarious as a kid. Still think it's pretty funny.
Hello, I am Charity. Money, please.
Oh. She didn't want my money, though. She just took all my clothes. Thank you, Psycho. Listen, charity can also... That's what I mean, though. I thought it was just a name because it sounded like a name, and I didn't know it was a real word because I was 5. Yeah, charity be stealing all my clothes. So that's 96. 95 was actually really tricky because I didn't have a game from 1995 that I grew up with. I didn't have one that I played later in life that just happened to be made that year. I didn't have anything for 1995, so I put the game that I feel like I would have absolutely loved. Or I know I would have absolutely loved had I grown up with it. So I put Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo, because I didn't grow up or ever play anything released in 1995. This is kind of a fake answer because it's like, I can't say like, wow, I played this game and I love it so much, but I love watching playthroughs of it. I love the aesthetic. I love Yoshi's Story, which is just like the sequel basically to this game. Like, I know I would have loved it. So that just made the most sense to choose it for 1995. 1994, however, was Super Mario All-Stars plus Super Mario World, because that's the version I had. That introduced me, it introduced me to Lost Levels, obviously, and also, like, the newest Mario game, which was Mario World, but, like, just having the updated graphics for games I had already been growing up with and loving, and keep in mind, I'm, like, 5 by the time I got this for my 5th birthday. I got a Super Nintendo for my 5th birthday. So 5 years to a 5-year-old is your entire life. So like that was big to me to have like this new version of my favorite video games. And so I had to choose it. Like, I know it's kind of like multiple games, but it's so good. And we had the one with Mario World on it. Like, I didn't even know there was a cartridge that existed that didn't have Mario World on it until I was a teenager. So that's kind of funny. I just thought everybody had this one until my sister's ex-boyfriend tried to steal it. And I was like, no, not my game, honey. Anyway. Excuse me. Sorry. Toad, you just posted a video. You posted a photo of Toad's voice. Sorry, you posted a video of Toad's I need to stop trying to say this. Toad's voice. You posted a video of it from Japanese Mario Kart 64. I'll have to check it out. 1995, the year of nothing. Guess so. Honestly, enjoy the All-Stars remixes of the older games. I do too. I love them. I love the way they look. Like, they're just so, like, colorful and, like, they look kind of 3D-ish. But like, in a cute way. I don't know. It's, like, super cute. How did he try and steal it? He tried to... This was so stupid. I had the console... I don't know if I had it plugged in or what. But I had Super Mario All-Stars Plus World in the console... And he switched it with his copy of Super Mario World, or Super Mario All-Stars. And he was like, oh yeah, that's the, better version. He, like, tried to say something like that. Like, he tried to say, like, that's the better version, so I'm trading. And I was like, absolutely. Actually, I was like, I had words, but I was like, listen. No, you're not. Because, first of all, that cartridge that you're holding right there is mine, not my sister's who you're dating. So, screw off. Second, it's not the same game because it looks different. It doesn't have... It's missing again. No, that's not the same thing. And third, that was a gift from my late grandfather that died when I was 9 years old, and you are not taking that from me. No. So, he got B-slapped pretty hard. Did not run away with my game. No. So, he tried, but Oh, I was not 5 years old at this point. I was like 15. So, 15-year-old's got a mouth, knows what's up. So, no. I was like 14, 15 when he tried to do this. My sister did not date any high school boys when she was 6. So, no, I would have been older. So, anyway. I like to scare my sister's boyfriends when they're stupid. 1993.
No, Samantha, the dirty big bitch in my bunk.
What a dirty big B. Seriously. And he was a jerk, so get out. Yeah, did I actually B-slap him? No, but I did verbally, so, you know. Would I ever physically, I wouldn't physically do that unless he tried to hurt me or something, but, like, no. I didn't just smack. I just told him off. Which scared him enough, I think. Okay, 1993. This is a very late entry in the NES game genre, but favorite in the series, Mega Man 6. One of my all-time favorite NES games. My favorite Mega Man. Not that I've played a million different Mega Mans or anything, but of the ones I have played, it's by far the favorite. And I was so proud when I first beat this game. I played this game like crazy to get good enough at it that I could beat it. Finally did. It was sometime in elementary school. I want to say in like 4th or 5th grade. I think it was 4th grade that I beat it, but my mom got 2 Mega Man games discounted. This one and another one, and I can't remember what the other one is because I just didn't play it as much. And then my sister took our NES and she has it, but I don't know what it is. I don't have it like on hand to look and be like, which one was it? But she got this game discounted, and so she bought it because she's like, oh, here, I got this game for like $5. And I loved it. It was so good. And I made little I still have them. I made little trading cards on index cards of all the different Mega Mans and all their different like colors and outfits and power-ups. And it was just so much fun. I had a blast with this game, and the music is really good too. This music gives me chills, and I always instantly know when it's from this game. Like, I'm like, oh, this is Mega Man 6. Like, so good. 93. I didn't get it in 93, that's just the year it released. I probably didn't even get it until I was like 7, 8 years old. But, 92, this is a goodie. Super Mario Kart for the Super Nintendo. This was our first, Super Nintendo game that we got outside of All Stars Plus World, and it was the one we asked for Christmas. We had rented this and another game that I didn't know what it was, but I loved, and it was Mario. It turns out it was Mario RPG. I remember I talked about this when I played through it on Twitch for the first time, but and by the first time I mean like the first time ever since renting it at 5 years old. But we rented 2 games, and this was one of them, and this is the one we ended up asking for Christmas, and this is where my rivalry with Peach started. I don't really care so much anymore, but like in the early LP days, I would rag on Peach like crazy because she started this rivalry with me, because my Toad was my main, and each character in that game has a rival that comes after them that's always in second, and for Toad it was Princess Toadstool, so like, hello, that's what started everything, so it's her fault. Bye, Mutonic! Have a good rest of your day and enjoy your lunch, for sure. Wow, I can't believe how long we've been talking about this. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I didn't expect to talk about this so long. Oh, but we're almost to the end of my list because it stops at 90, and 92 is Super Mario Kart. This next one is very, very special for me, and it's one that I wanted to do a Let's Play back in the day, but I couldn't ever find it, and I didn't find it until like a few years ago, actually, for a decent price, and I love it so much. It's my 1991 game, which 1991 was a Bobo year. I was looking up, like, all the games I loved from NES, like all of the NES games I loved from my childhood, and almost every single one of my absolute favorites came out in 1991. So, but this is the top choice. There were like 5 choices, but this is number 1. It's Adventure Island 2 for the NES. This was the first video game I ever beat, the very first one I ever beat, and I was the proudest, most beaming little kid, and I remember I beat it the morning that my older sister, who's 18 months older than me, I beat it the morning she started kindergarten. So I was not in school yet. I didn't have to go to school for another 2 years. So I would have been like 4 years old at this time when I beat it. So that's pretty crazy, honestly, like, thinking back, because I have since watched playthroughs of this game, and I watched a backlog stream that AGDQ did. Or no, it wasn't AGDQ, it was Backloggery literally did a stream, like, playing this game. One of the guys who runs that website, and watching it, I'm like, oh my god, like, some of this stuff, like, I played it every single day, and I absolutely loved it, but, like, some of the stuff I would be, like, so nervous going into now, and it just shows how fearless you are as a kid, like, with video games, where you're like, oh, I can do it, whatever. Whereas as an adult, you're like, I'm never gonna be able to beat this. Like, I don't know, you just get so in your head when you get older, and, watching the final boss, I'm like, oh my god, I remember this, but, like, how in the world did I do this? Like, it's crazy, but I guess it's like, you know, I played it so much, it was all I had to do, because I was a tiny little kid who didn't have any responsibility or worries, and Adventure Island 2, that was the first game I ever beat, and I will always treasure it because of that, and it's just a great game. If you want a 2D platformer that's a classic, that is just good, this is the one. And this is the second one. The first one's good too, but it's not as good as this. So Adventure Island 2, NES. Check it out. And that brings us to my birth year, 1990. This is the year that I had the goal of getting back to, and like I said, we got all the way back to, like, beyond my mom's birth year. But 1990, Super Mario Bros. 3 takes the cake, as if anything else ever had a chance. It wouldn't. And I say I've been playing this one since I was in the womb because my mom got this game and played it to combat her morning sickness that she had while pregnant with me, so you guys have probably heard this story before if you've been around my community, but It was probably some of the first music I ever heard, and it was just like an instant love of mine that I don't ever remember not knowing. So, and according to my mom, this was the first video game I ever played. It was either, she was like, it could have been Adventure Island 2, but I think Mario 3 was probably the first video game you ever played, because that was like what she had been actively playing for, you know, the first year of my life and while she was pregnant with me. So, but that's the end of my list from 2022 to 1990. I have far more likes than I have games or years to contribute. Like I said, I could probably go all the way back to 80, but that's everything that I posted last night for, like, you know, the 33 games that I can actually talk about. And GG! Thanks, Cass! But I wanted to talk about all these games because it was so much fun to go, like, down memory lane and, like, talk about why these games were so influential for me or so good or whatever. And just to kind of go through this with you. Also, JJ Belly, or Bellix, welcome to the stream, or to the chat. And yeah, that is my list for my 1 like equals 1 favorite video game from each year going back from 2022. So if you want to see the list for yourself with like the little blurbs I wrote, check out my Twitter. There's a thread. It's like the most recent, probably a lot of my most recent tweets are that, so check it out. But it was a lot of fun to put together. I'm gonna take a quick potty break, and when we come back I'm gonna start the Pokemon challenge to see what we're gonna get, and then we're gonna do the tier list for Switch games. So thank you guys so much for listening to all of this. And is that a Pokemon plush in the Etsy window? This is actually my Raylakuma inspired backpack. This is a big backpack that you can currently purchase in my Etsy store if you're interested. I had several back to school like backpacks go up, and this was one of them, so check it out. This is, I think these are particularly better convention bags because they're roomy and stretchy and soft and easy to like pack, and I love them. My sister uses two of my sisters, did I give this to 1 or 2 of them? I don't know. One of my sisters uses a bag exactly like this when she goes to cons. So, when your mom was pregnant with you, she played Super Mario Bros. Deluxe on the Game Boy. Oh, yes! See? Probably. That probably is, Rolly. Like, honestly, it makes sense. Alright, you guys, I'm going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to move on to the Pokemon Card Plush Challenge. So, I will see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm MadameWario, and we just finished going through my favorite game from each year, starting this year, 2022, and going all the way back to my birth year of 1990. This is a trend that I jumped on Twitter last night, so I thought it'd be fun to talk through with you guys and take a trip down memory lane. And I talked about it a lot longer than I expected to, so here we are, like an hour and 45 minutes into the stream. We're just now getting to the Pokemon Card Plush Challenge. As I said at the beginning of the stream, my hand is very tired from crocheting so much this past week. I've been working on Christmas gifts and some other projects, and so my hand is a little achy and sore, and so I'm going to take it easy. Probably just going to get started on the idea and then finish it later. But this is something that I've been wanting to start in my Etsy store for a long time, is a Poke Plush card set, like gift set. And it's just going to be chosen at random using the cards that I pulled last time. So we're going to see how this goes. I did a Pokemon Go little bit of an unboxing at the end of my Friday Night Mario Party stream this past Friday. So that was a lot of fun to do. And I also unboxed like several other boosters that just came with like a back to school pack that I got. So, if it's anything too intricately detailed or weird, I'm not going to pick it, or I'm going to skip it and pick something else. But, I'm going to... Uh-oh, this is like not facing the right way. I'm going to just go through and pick a card at random, and then whatever card I pick, that will be the Pokemon... Excuse me, the Pokemon that I will be crocheting. Sorry, I just had a snack. And it's making my body go crazy. Anyway, so here we go. I have cards from the Pokemon Go series, obviously, but then I also have from Evolving Skies and Radiant something. I don't remember. I just know that there are 2 oddball packs in here too, so hey, Odie, can you do me the honors really quick of, like, holding the cards out for me so I can pick one?
Sure.
I'm gonna call my, my beautiful assistant Odin's Spack over to help me with this. So, oh, Astral Radiance. I was like, Radiant Dawn? That's Fire Emblem.
Dawn.
It was not Radiant Dawn. Okay, so, I guess just like without, I guess just mix them up, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, because I'll put them in order later. Because they're not even in order now anyway, so he's going to shuffle them for me. I'm going to pick, and again, if it's too intricate, too ambitious, I'm just going to skip it and be like, no. But
here, I'll shuffle them, and then you just say top or bottom. I'll give you either the top card or the bottom card.
No, I want you to like fan them out, and then I can like pick my destiny.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I would do that idea too, but I want to do Destiny pick this time. And I'm not going to pick
really
the code cards.
Too well. There's a lot of cards in here.
I know. Sorry. Okay, I'm going to try and, like, push.
Alright, there it is.
That's rare candy!
Well,
this
make
is so
some rare
boring,
candy.
though! I mean, this is easy, because it's, like...
You want to make an actual Pokemon,
literally
though?
a rainbow thing, but yeah. I mean, okay, I'll make rare candy too, but let's pick a real Pokemon. Well, you guys know rare candy is gonna be coming to my Etsy store. Just saying. Is that what we're gonna make today? I don't know, but it's gonna be one of the first ones because that's
be a
so
rare candy.
stupid. Okay, here I'll go this end this time.
There it is.
It's rare candy again!
I'm actually doing some magic right now. Just
Are you
some sleight
doing
of
this on
hand. I'm
purpose?
just giving her the rare candy.
How'd I get all... This is not rare. They say it's rare candy. This is extremely common candy. Like, how did I
You know the
pick
odds
this
of that?
one?
Don't you only have 2 of
I
those
have
in
2
here?
of these. I have 2 rare candies, and I picked both of them. Okay, well, 2 rare candies are coming.
I wish I could say I was a magician, but I'm not.
two Fate has decided rare candy. 2 rare candies are going to be coming to the Etsy
Too
store.
rare. It's slightly uncommon.
Can I please
candy.
just get like a real Pokemon?
Slightly uncommon.
Watch,
candy.
I'm gonna pull like the shopping mall or something.
Probably.
I'm gonna be
Third rare
so
candy.
upset. Oh, I got Glammeow! Okay,
I
I
thought that was
got.
a trainer for a second.
No, thank God. Okay, Glammeow's the first Pokemon that I got, so.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you so much, Odie. Thanks for your magic. Big appreciate. To be fair, rare candy is a heck of a lot easier to crochet than Glammeow, but Glammeow hype, let's go. I'll probably do like little chibi. Maybe like a little chibi version. So that way it's a little bit easier because I want to keep these as inexpensive as possible while also not discounting the work. So, oh my god, this is so dumb. You guys want to see me start up Glammeow or rare candy? One is significantly easier than the other, but I just wanted to have a real Pokemon in there too for like first pull. And I think Glammeow is one of the like cards that's not from Pokemon Go. I think it's from one of the other boosters, so it was less likely to get one of those too, which is kind of insane. Let me do a poll because, you know, I can't make decisions by myself. Alright, rare. Which first? Rare candy. Glammeow. Alright, you guys have 2 minutes on this poll. So ridiculous. The poll should be showing up in the chat. If it doesn't, refresh the page and it should show up then. Because sometimes chat glitches out. And it does that to me all the time, so I know from experience.
What's this poll? If you're gonna do rare candy or not?
Yeah, if I'm gonna do rare candy or not. See what I want to see what the folks in the audience would like. All right, so and looks like both rare candies are going in my shop. One's gonna be a little bit rarer than the other because it's a reverse,
A not so rare candy.
a reverse hollow, but
Not so rare DVD.
not so rare DVD. What do you think, Julie? What do you think? Gorgeous? She's like, I love it. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to add 2 different rare candy options. Well, to be fair, the rare candy gift set's gonna be a more inexpensive Etsy item. So if you're on a budget, this might be the one for you to pick up if you're interested. Like I said, this was inspired by something I did years ago when Pokemon Go was new. I did a series called Crochet Go, and by series I mean I made a series of plushies that I then took to a convention and hid around the convention for people to find for fun, ideally while playing Pokemon Go, but I just put like business cards with them that said fun things like, you found a Pokemon, and it was super cute. But oh my god, is this seriously a tie right now? It's tied. I need somebody to break the tie. Who's gonna break that tie? No! How could you? Oh! Right at the last second, Glammeow got another vote. Let's go, Glammeow! Glammeow is the winner with 1 vote. I can't believe it was that close. That's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Alright, don't you guys worry. Rare candies are coming to the store too. I'm gonna pull up a Glammeow photo. She's a beautiful gray girl, just like my Jilly. And she has like a curly Q tail, which is fun. Please don't be WebMP. Of course you're WebP or whatever. I hate WebP. That is the bane of my existence forever. Okay, 431. Here we go. The tail actually will be really fun to do. And I can actually show off how I'll make the tail first, because that's kind of the most identifying part. Hold on, Pokemon. This probably is already taken. No, it's not. Okay, here we go. There she is. So here's Glammeow. I'm gonna put her in the corner so that you guys can see what we're working on. Yay! And yes, let's go ahead and start with the tail. I've got to pull out my gray yarn, so let me dig for it for a second, because it's probably at the bottom of my yarn bin, because it wasn't a color I was using recently. Okay, so I'm going to aim the camera just a little bit downward. So you're going to see this view. And I'm going to get out my crochet hook. So the way to make curly cues is actually pretty fun. So she has kind of this curly cue tail. And so I'm going to chain, let's see, I'm going to chain 25 just so it's a decent length. 4, 5, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This yarn is all over the place. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do 20. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oh, that might be too long, actually. Let's do 15. Okay. So, to make a curly cue, like, you start with a basic chain. It's basically how you start any project. And instead of doing, what you would typically do is, like, I did 15 chains, so typically I'd do 1 stitch in each of these chains. So I'd do 1 single crochet in each stitch across for a total of 15 single crochet stitches. Now, in this case, to make it curl like that, it's going to be a lot tighter curl than what's right here, but it's still going to give the same effect. I'm going to do 3 or 4 single crochets in each chain across. So let's do 4 just to make it super curly. So 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm going to increase from 15 essentially to 60. And it's not something I'm going to need to count because it's just going to be like, this is it. This is the whole piece of the tail. So you can kind of see, as it gets longer, you'll see it form into a curl. So hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen to this hot bop. The reason everybody's here to listen to me sing Nintendo songs. Clearly. Alright. So I'm just working away 4 chains in each stitch. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you guys can see how it's forming like the curly cue. That's what we want. So isn't that fun? It's like such a simple, it's so simple to do, but it looks so intricate, and it's really not. Like, this is a great way to like crochet like ornaments and stuff, like Christmas ornaments and cat toys and little fun things like that, because it makes just like, it's also like a fun decorative thing to put on crochet pieces. Like I recently made a bag and it had little curly cues on it like this, and they look so cute and so fun, and they're so easy to make. So it just makes an easy like keychain or cute piece. So, and that's it. Now I know there's no white floof on the end. I could always add like a little pom-pom there if I wanted. But that's the tail. Woohoo! It's all just a little curly tail, how it turns out. And So I'll just attach that to the plushie once we get there. But yeah, it's super easy to make like a little curly Q, and you can pull it apart and kind of see how it all curls together. But it's a nice little trick. I love it. And Mario Gamer Bowl looking colorful today. Thank you so much for stopping in. And I wanted to be colorful today because we were doing all kinds of fun, creative stuff. So next I'm gonna start. I think I'll make like a little. I'm just gonna make, like I said, like a little chibi version of her, so that way I don't have to worry about limbs and stuff like that. She'll have the tail, but I'll probably make just like a little marking for her toes and go from there. 6. Hold on, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just starting on her head, essentially. Alright. And this will kind of help me gauge how big I want her to be. So there's the start for her head. What I think I'm gonna do is just make... Yes, I'm gonna make her head and her snout out of yarn, and I'm probably gonna make the ears out of felt, because I think that'll be easier to do. Catty Pokemon, this card says. Anyway, Wallabite, what's my favorite book? Well, I have many favorite books, but if I had to choose, my favorite would probably be Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants by Anne Brashares. It's fantastic. It's, especially if... I feel like young women would be more prone to like it than young men just because of relatability of different things, but like it was just such a fun story to grow up with, and it's all about friendship and staying together and, you know, kind of the bond that you share with your close friends. And I think it just like really spoke to me at the time, and it still does, because that's something I heavily value. Okay, let's see, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so I have 18. Are you making fun of me back there? I have 18 stitches. And I think that's all the bigger I'm gonna make the head. So now I don't have to count anymore, because I'm gonna mark it with a fabulous paper clip where my first stitch is, and then I can just go from here and talk to you guys while I finish making this face. So, fun times are to be had. Now, the rare candy's literally going to be a circle, so it'll have, some of the rounds will have little rigid edges just for fun, but Jilly, are you part of the stream now? How wonderful. No, I love it. I love Agility. She's like, I have to be part of this. Glam Yow? I'm a glamorous gray girl too. That's what she says. But anyway, I'm gonna just kind of watch and see where I want her face to end up. And I'm not gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crochet the bottom of the head and the top of the head separately. And then join them at both openings, so that way I don't have to do like as much crocheting, because usually you'd crochet an entire piece, stuff it, close it up, and then crochet the next entire piece, and then sew that on top of the already closed piece, if that makes sense. But I'm just gonna have 2 open-ended pieces meeting in the middle. It'll make my life easier. So we have this little Glam Yow head forming. And I'm still waiting on my Per Beauty plush to be added to Pokemon Center. Probably never will, but I can dream. Anyway. I don't think this is gonna take very many rows, so this is gonna be over before you know it. That's the nice thing about this size plush. Like the little mini plushies like this, they work up so quickly, and they can be pretty easy to detail if you like make them chibi style, or if you use like scrap materials, like you can use scrap felt and little pom-poms, little like cutouts, like beads, all kinds of stuff can be used to embellish these, so it makes it a little bit easier to work up a lot of them quickly. Okay. I think we're probably big enough for the face, so I'm going to decrease one row, meaning I'm going to go from 18 stitches to 12. And 12. 15, 16, 17. Okay, so that's going to be the full size of the head. So in comparison to the tail, that is the T. So I'm going to make a little body to go with her. However, I'm going to just continue to focus on the head for the sake of this stream. Little sewing tail. Cool. Cool beans! And I can remove my yarn marker, which is just this little paper clip. And now I'm going to make the snout. So we're going to make the white snout to go with her. This yarn is a hot mess, by the way. Cut skein of yarn. And this one's about to be too, if I keep pulling it the wrong side. Anyway, Snow Yoshi, welcome! Welcome to the Strum de la Strum. Thank you for the Hydrate Psycho. Hydrating with the last little bit of my tea there. For beauty, show yourself so Madam can buy you! I've been waiting so long, and they just don't acknowledge that she exists as a Pokemon. And yes, mine's a girl. I already know. So that's why I say that. Alright, so let me make the little snout here to go with Glammeow. And I do use like a little bit more gluing techniques, like hot glue gun for smaller details on these, because they're small enough that it's not a huge deal. You're not putting like a ton of glue all over the plushie or something. Like if you were to do that on a larger plushie, I don't like to do that. I like to just sew it. But however, some of these finer details, like the little mouth and nose and whiskers, I'm gonna go ahead and do now. Because I think it's gonna be easier, and it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much thread or anything. Oops. Okay. So here, whoops, why is this not, there we go. Here's her little muzzle piece. So it'll go right there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stitch her nose, mouth, and whiskers to this, and then I'm going to stitch this to the face. Now what I'll end up doing later is adding the eyes, probably with felt because she's got that eyelid. I'm going to layer on an eyelid on top of an eye, so that just seems like it would make more sense to be added on later. And ears, I'm thinking I might sew them on, but actually maybe now that I'm thinking about it, I will just add them directly to the head, crochet them on. So let me grab, I don't have black thread over here, let me grab some black thread. And sometimes for little details like this, I like to use quilter's thread because it's really coarse and like thick. This isn't like typical sewing thread you would necessarily want to use, but for this, it's going to work really well. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to work out the little details of her snoot. And go from there. So her face is going to come together pretty quickly. Oh no. Or I'm gonna... No. No, I dropped my needle and now I don't. There it is. Okay, I was like, where'd it go? No! I just hoped it did not fall on the floor, because then that would have been really irritating. Okay, anyway. Threading a needle. What's making this so hard is I'm wearing this like black glove for my hand and the thread blends in with it so I can't see it. Okay. Alright, so on the muzzle I'm gonna add just a little tiny I'm gonna whip stitch on a little black nose. She doesn't have much of a... Her face is very subtle. Like, she doesn't have big, crazy pronounced features or anything. So her nose is pretty tiny. So I just made a couple, like... What is this song? Jesus. I just made a couple little whip stitches. And there's the little nose. So, little tiny nose, and now we're gonna add the little bit of a mouth. So,
hey, I'm Dina. Stand up
whoa,
straight. Stand
hey,
up
I'm
straight.
Dina.
You know what?
Let's
stand
go.
up straight.
Cass,
you
thank you
gotta
so
stand like this.
much.
Start out just hitting it.
Oh my
hitting
God,
it.
Cass.
I'll give him a bye. Peace.
Seriously,
I'm
thank
out.
you so much, Casanova, for 5 tier 1 gift subs to this community. All the boss to you. Thank you so much. Only 3 away from that 110, that current 110 goal. Thank you so much, Cass. You are awesome. All the boss to you. Steven, Sis16, Cotton Candy Swirls, Cherry Bing, and Mandy Dandy. Congrats on those gift subs. Enjoy. Thank you so much, Cass. That is so kind of you. I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. I'm just doing a little Pikachu style mouth for this because she's got kind of the same mouth shape as Pika. P. There it is. So there's a little mouth shape. And the next part I'm going to do is actually pretty fun because it's going to be the whiskers, which will go on the gray part. So let me knot this first to get it Ooh, okay. Cass, thank you so much, seriously. So I'm gonna tie like a triple knot here, and then I'm gonna set my needle and thread aside for the next part, because I'm gonna sew this muzzle to the, okay, to the face. Now that we have a nose and a mouth. That was not the tune of this song at all, but I tried, kind of. Alright, so... Oh, it's going wonky, but that's essentially where it's going to be sewn. So, I'm just going to quickly sew this on. This is a Pokemon song, right? It sounds like one. I don't know what it's from, but it's gotta be Poke. Okay. Just going up the, going up the face here, you guys. Honestly, don't know if I left enough yarn to do this for the whole thing. So, whoops, go me if I have to add more yarn for sewing. Not the end of the world, it's just annoying because it's like, I could have prevented myself from having to do that by leaving a longer yarn tail. Always leave a longer tail than you think you need for sewing, because it's a lot more annoying to not have enough than it is to have too much. So alright, so her muzzle's coming together on there. Looks a little wonky right now because of how it's tight on one side and not on the other. So, pardon her face, is what I'm trying to say. And also, oh my god, this is gonna be close. I also could have sewn on the nose and mouth after I did this, but it doesn't really matter. I like to be complicated. Alright, I did have enough thread, so that's nice. Alright, and there's her little snoot, so that's fun. And now I can just tie this off and hide the tail end on the inside. There's surprisingly a larger tail end than I thought there would be, but boosh. Alright, so that's ready to be hidden in on the inside, and then whenever she is stuffed, there we go. Whenever she's stuffed, you won't even see it anymore. Okay. Good ear! Odie, he's the Name That Game Tune master.
I think that was for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Why?
You said it's probably from Pokemon.
Oh. I thought he was saying it to you because you were like, oh, it's Pokemon Black, or whatever.
I mean, I don't know, I guess.
Well, maybe you're right. I don't know. Okay, so for this next...
Super Mario 64.
I know what this is. I know what this is.
Just check it.
Okay, so for this next part, I'm just gonna thread my needle through the side of the face here. And this is fun because you just cut it, and then there's your whisker. Can you see it against my face? There we go. You can see it against my head, kind of. But we're gonna do that on both sides. Okay, we're gonna do that on both sides, so I just need a little bit of black thread for this other side to make the second side of whiskers. Oh, I didn't even hear him say that? Oh, well thanks for the props, Pixie. I thought you were giving them to Odie, so... I didn't realize you liked me that much, Pixie. Oh, okay, anyway. So, triple knot. You want the knot to be kind of big anytime you make whiskers because if it pulls through, it kind of defeats the purpose of it, doesn't it? Okay, and here's second side. I'll snip it, and there are my whiskers on both sides sticking out. Doesn't she look glamorous so far? Her snoot seems a little wonkadoodle, but I think it'll be okay. Alright, so I'm gonna take this gray. I'm gonna try and... Wow, look at how messy this is. I swear I did not do this. I'm going to take my gray that's like falling apart and try and directly crochet the ears to the head. Alright, so I'm gonna just fold this in half and then I'm gonna join my yarn to the head itself and make a little slip knot and chain, and then I'm going to just single crochet across to almost the top. So there I have like a little bit of the ear started. And then I'm gonna chain one, turn, do the same thing the other way. I just did 4 stitches up to the top. And then chain one, turn, crochet the other way, and I'm hiding the starting tail at the same time as I'm doing this, so I need to snip that. Now I'm going to chain one, and I'm going to decrease. So I'm going to single crochet 2 stitches together and then single crochet over the last 2 stitches to change my stitch count from 4 to 3. Tail is still sticking out, sorry. And then reverse that, crochet 2 together, and then single crochet in the last stitch. I love that she has big ears because this makes this so much easier. And the last one, I'm gonna just crochet them both together, and then I'm gonna fasten off, and I'm going to I'm gonna have to weave in this tail to hide it. So I'm gonna leave a little bit of a tail on there to hide in, and I'm gonna use pink and white felt probably to accent this ear so that she has like a little inner ear moment, and also a white tip as she's supposed to have. So now I'm just kind of threading that tail end of yarn through whichever way. Here, there, and everywhere to get it to... Oh my gosh, why is this doing this? Sorry, I threaded it through something kind of funny that it was not supposed to go through. Okay, whoops, sorry. Here I am trying to hide my tail and I went through like a stitch that did not like that. I feel like whenever I try to do this stuff on camera, my yarn fights me more than when I'm just doing it casually off camera. It's like the LP curse, except with crocheting, where the one thing you never have trouble doing is the thing you have all the trouble doing on stream or in your recording. Okay, so I'm gonna just thread this through one more little area. Some glue's gonna be put over this, so I'm not too worried about hiding this crazily or anything. But that is essentially one ear. So you can see how that shows up. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So fun. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the other side, and then the head will be done, and I just have to make the body and then add details. So gotta get ready to drive home. Oh my gosh, love you too, Toadie. Have a great rest of your day. Have a safe drive home. You may already be driving by this point, because I don't know how long ago you said that, but thank you so much for being here. Okay, I'm gonna do the same exact thing. So it's important to do this kind of stuff together because it sucks when you don't remember what you did. So I don't want to do that. I want to remember what I did. So I did 4 stitches across one way, and then I chain 1 turn, 4 stitches across the other way. For those of you who are pros at crochet, here you go. Free pattern if you can follow along quickly enough. And then I will eventually cut that little tail, but first I'm going to chain 1 turn, decrease over the first 2 stitches, single crochet in the last 2. Ooh. Chain 1 turn, decrease over the first 2 stitches, single crochet in the last stitch, chain 1 turn, decrease over the last 2 stitches. The only 2 stitches in this row. Then finish off, and we're gonna weave this tail through. We're gonna trim the starting tail. Wario Boy 46, oh my gosh, it's been a long time. How have you been? Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're just making, I'm doing a Poke Card crochet challenge, so like, we picked 2 rare candies. I'll be doing those too, but I'm making a Glam Meow plush right now that will be up in my Etsy store, available for adoption. Honestly, I could probably get this up by tonight, to be real. I like to get these up the same night as whatever day they were streamed. Whatever day the creation was streamed. But I would say if it's not up tonight, it'll be up tomorrow at the latest, because like it's practically done. Other than just like those details, but that's just going to be a matter of cutting a couple things out and gluing them with my glue gun. So there we go. There are the ears. And the muzzle looks a little bit crooked right now, but I think once I get the body sewn on, it won't look like that because it'll have more of a pull down here to even this out to make it not look so wonky. And if it's a little crooked, she just got a little bit of a personality that way, so. Yay! That's Glam Meow's face. We did Glam Meow's tail earlier. So there's the tail and the face together. So now I just need to add a little bit of a body, and I'm going to use my little scrap pieces that I cut, and I'm just going to stuff them inside her head so that nothing goes to waste. And I could honestly stuff the head right now. Cokes, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Anyway, last came into the stream in like early June, but haven't been at any streams because I've been busy. Absolutely understandable. Well, thank you so much. For the well wishes, we've been doing very well, Wario Boy. I hope the same for you. Hope you've been doing great. So yes, so I need to add eyes. I'm gonna add a little chibi body with little toes. I'm just gonna add little like paw prints at the bottom, or little paws. And this is gonna come together, I think, really nicely. So I'm just gonna get the body started for the heck of it, because why not? And the body, I think, Glammeow really has like the same size body as her head. However, I'm gonna make it a little bit larger just to make it look a little cuter and more chibi-fied, if that makes sense. 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna start this the exact same way as the head. And I start with 6 single crochet stitches in a magic circle. Then I increase in each of those 6 stitches around for a total of 12 stitches at the end of round 2. I will then increase every other stitch around in round 3 for a total of 18 stitches, and then I will increase to 24, and that will be our final stitch count for her body. So that's the T. Hold on. Yep, it's 12. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and increase up. This gray yarn feels really good. It's like super soft. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. And now I'm going to increase for the last row, or the last time I'm going to increase before we just start adding rows. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are halfway. 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. And then I'm going to crochet over just a little bit so I can add a yarn marker. I'm going to crochet over 3 stitches, and I'm going to use my handy dandy little notebook. No, I'm going to use my handy dandy little paper clip. Ah! Why is this not going in? To make a little stitch marker. So then I don't have to count rows or count around or do any of that fun stuff. I can just simply look at where that is and get back to it. So this is the start of the base that will become her body from the ground up, and it's going to be a fun time. Let's see. During that time I was rehearsing for a production of Beauty and the Beast. Oh my god, that's awesome! When that was over, I was doing things for school before I go back. Well, I hope Beauty and the Beast went super duper well, because and that's ironic that you say that, because that movie, that story, everything is very sentimental to me and Odinspec, and since we just got married, you know, that was like a big part of our wedding and some of the things we did for our wedding. But yeah, that's awesome for sure. And I'm just completing one more little row around here. Alright. And so I'll probably do, for the head I did 12, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4. I only did 4 rows and then I decreased down. So really I did like 5 rows for the head. I'll probably do like 6 or 7 rows for the body. I've done 1 so far. Probably do 7 is what I'm thinking. And then I have 2 decrease rows. But I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. Like I said, see what looks the best. And then go from there. And I might also kind of taper this down a little bit so it's not so chubby at the top. That might be something to do because she has kind of like big hips and then it gets really slim. So I think maybe I'll do that too. So let's see. We've got this base. Yeah, I'm gonna add 1 more row of 24 and then decrease down. So I think we will be able to finish all of her like body and everything before, or like during the stream, and then all I have to do is add details and then she can go up in the shop and be for sale. And she will be for sale alongside her Pokemon card. You will get her Pokemon card with her, which is fun. It's kind of the whole inspiration behind this particular series of plushies. Anyway, it was the first play you've done since early 2020 and I was so happy to perform again. Oh my gosh, yes! I completely understand. I want to get back to performing so badly. There just hasn't been like a good opportunity for a show recently, so I'm so glad that you found something that you were able to be part of. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, my sister has done Beauty and the Beast at one point. I've never done it, nor have I even seen it on stage like that. So that would be super fun to see. Okay. 11, 12. I'm decreasing, so I do have to count for this row. 15 and 16. 17, 18, 19, 20, 23, 24. So I just decreased from 24 stitches to 18, which is the same size as the head. I'm going to add a row or 2 to this. And then we're going to decrease again and add a couple more rows. So, and then it'll be, the body will be done. We'll be ready to stuff and sew together. Which is perfect. It's so perfect. Get it? Like perfect. Dumb. Anyway. Speaking of perfect, Jilly is up in her spot. Just so cozy. So cozy. When is Odin going to stream again? I'm not sure. He doesn't have like a schedule set in stone at the moment. So, he did stream a couple times last week. What was the name of the game? Something County?
Salamander County Public Television.
Okay, Salamander County Public Television. That is a mouthful.
It was fun.
But yeah, that's the most recent game that he has streamed. Okay, so I'm down to 18. There's about where we are. I think I am going to add one more row of 18 and then decrease down so that so she's a little bit longer because she is kind of long and skinny. So that's what we're going to do. That is what we're going to do. For sure. Okay, and now I think we're ready to decrease down to 12. So I'm going to go from 18 to 12 stitches. And then you guys will really get to see her come together once this like neck part is done. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I went over 18 stitches and decreased to 12. I'm going to add 2 more rows. So I'm just going to count these. Oops. 1, 3, 4. Okay, anyway. Actually, I'm gonna see what this looks like after just this first row. See if she looks like long enough. I think I will add 1 more row. She has a pretty long neck, so 1 more row it is, and then we're ready to stuff and join the bodies. Join the body to the head. I don't know why I said bodies. She has 1 body. 3, 4, 5. What is this song?
This is WarioWare.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It kind of sounds like Rugrats. Boom, boom, boom. Like that's the kind of vibe it has. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna leave just a little bit of a tail for this because I'm going to attempt to sew the top of the tail to the top of this, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Okay, so now I need to thread up my Glam Meow's little head so that we can sew it to the body. And I need to grab my stuffing. So give me just 1 moment to grab it. I do. And pretty soon I'm gonna need to replenish my stuffing because it's getting down to about half full. Alright, so I'm gonna stuff the body first. And I want it to be stuffed enough to keep the shape, but still pretty soft, so that way she's a little snuggly. A little cuddly. Okay, so there's a little body. And I'm gonna add a little bit more stuffing to the neck. Okay, great. Now, I'm going to stuff the rest of the head. I grabbed way too much stuffing. Now I know this is Pokemon. Okay, and with this, we're going to sew the head to the body. Like so. Bum, 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 bum. This were a Xenoblade song, it'd have some cheesy lyrics right now. I'm serious, it would.
Bobo.
Soundtrack is the worst.
So funny.
Okay. Anyway. Oh, sorry guys. It's like the second stream in a row I've dissed the Xenoblade soundtrack. Alright. We're making progress. She's connected back there. Why you gotta hate? Because it sucks. Music is the worst. I don't know. It just has that mood that I just don't like at all. Da -da -da. There we go. One side of the head is connected and the other side is bulging out quite a bit, as you can tell, so it's gonna pull it in, straighten it up. Straighten Glam Meow up so that she's not so crazy and crooked and weird. But then again, that's kind of what we like about her, right? Now that that's connected, she's kind of doing like a tilty. I kind of like it. She's like tilting her head. Like, see that? It's cute! Happy accident. She doing the little head tilt. Very cute moment. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just sew the tail to the body and then hide it. Hide the ends inside of her body. Okay, so I want to pick a good base spot. Oh my god, I'm doing this. Here we go. So I know I'm doing this off camera, but I'll show what I did as soon as it's okay. So I just threaded through the body right there, and I'm just gonna tie a knot to secure it here at the bottom, and then I'm gonna sew the top so that it's standing up. So give me just a second to secure this. So I've secured the base. I'm gonna take the tail ends, thread them up on my yarn needle and thread it through the body, and then hide the tails on the inside. So like that. And I'm just going to use the remaining yarn tails to stuff her a little bit more. And then I'm going to use this tail end that I've left at the top right here to attach the tip of this up there, so that way it's not just freely flailing all over the place. And I want to find a good stitch to do this on, so this one. Dang it, it of course comes out. There we go. So there's the tail back there, looped and swooped, and it's just connected with a single stitch so that way it doesn't like fall flat underneath of her. So I'm just gonna tie a knot again with my yarn tails, and then I'm gonna thread both yarn tails through my needle, same thing. Thread both yarn tails through my needle, if I can, if it'll let me. What the heck? Okay. and then hide them inside the body. So I just thread this through anywhere and then stuff the remainder of the tails inside. So nothing goes to waste. I don't like to waste any yarn, any thread, any kind of like scraps I like to use as part of the product so that there's no waste. And there's her little bod. Oh wait, her head tilts this way. There we go. Woohoo! She's a cutie! So now we just need to add like the little paws. I'm going to add 2 little white paws to the bottom here. I'm going to add her eyes, obviously, and then the pink and white part to her face. Maybe a little floof on the end of her tail. But this is the base. This is her like little crocheted mini. And it goes along with the Pokemon cards. So you can see how the set's coming together. So I'll go ahead and detail her after the stream and hopefully get her up in my Etsy store. If not tonight, then tomorrow, but I'm gonna try my best to get her up tonight, and then I will tweet and post in Discord when she is available. So she'll be the first one in my Pokemon card gift set, Pokemon card Poke Plush gift set. So, wow, I didn't expect to, like, finish her entire base body and all that, but she was surprisingly easy, so, turned out really cute. And she comes, like I said, she'll come with her card, has fake out on it, but I'll go ahead and finish her after the stream, and I'll also get started on these rare candies. But I would like to continue doing these challenges during future creative streams as well, because I have so many Pokemon cards and I've been wanting to do this kind of thing with them for a long time, and it's an easy and fun way to just like randomly select one to make, because there are so many Pokemon it gets really hard to decide at a point like, okay, which one do I want to make? What do I start with? Like, it can be a bit overwhelming, especially with how many cards as I have, so this is a good way to do it. So the last thing I'm gonna do here, you guys, for the last little bit, is we're gonna work on our tier list. So it's the last leg of the stream now. This probably won't take super long, I wouldn't imagine. I mean, maybe it will, I don't know, but we're going to go ahead and pull this up so that we can make some fun choices. Alright, so I'm gonna do a Switch game tier list specifically. There it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull up. I'm gonna pull up the chat on my phone so I can see it easier. It's like, you're live. I know. I'm trying to look at chat. There's the chat. Whoa! Oh no! Shliam, are you leaving? Hold on. Let me make sure that this is all set. You gotta peace out for your Cairo! Let's go! Well, enjoy it. Have a good rest of your day, Shliam, and thank you so much for hanging out. Big appreciate. Alright, let's go back. Okay, I got this set up. So now chat is on my phone so I can see what you guys are saying. Except it's all wonkular. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Okay. So the way I've done this is I went all the way down to F for fail. And then I have never played. I have a lot of these games that I've never played. So I'm going to try. A lot of them are just gonna go on the never played list. So I'll try and go in like order down here because I think that'll be easiest. And I'm immediately gonna move some into the never played because I've never played Hyrule Warriors or whatever the heck that even is there. But I might not need this many rows. I'm gonna kind of go. I'm just going to start filling this out and then go from there and see where it takes us. So, Mario Golf Super Rush. Absolutely love this game. I want to immediately say A tier because this was one of my favorite games from last year, and I really love the mechanics of it, how it works. The online feature is great. The courses are great. You know, does it have things that could be better? Yes. Like, I wish that there was some sort of... What is this dramatic song all of a sudden? Sorry. I wish there was some sort of mini golf mode. I wish they hadn't done the typical Nintendo thing and given up on it, like, not even a year into its release. Because they just... I don't know, they've been kind of boring with the DLC, but that's like extra on top of the game. That's not like the game as far as how it's put together. So I feel like I still want to put it A tier because it's one of the games I go to and will continue to go back to and play. Not quite amazing enough to be S tier for me, but I think it deserves an A. So, okay, WarioWare, never played. Celeste, never played. Skyrim, yeah, right. Clubhouse games. Oh my god. I feel like this has to be S tier. Like, I know that's, like, really intense, but, like, this game was so much better than I thought it would be, and it was one of those games that, like, I saw it was coming out, and I was like, oh, that's cute, I love, like, all these basic games, but, like, how good will it actually be? And I saw people stream it. I got it for Odin's Spack, for Valentine's Day, or our anniversary or something. I can't even remember anniversary. And it was so much fun to watch. It's even more fun to play. It's like my easy go-to when I want to just chill and relax. It's great for car rides. It's been wonderful for having a long-distance relationship and being able to play like classic board games with my significant other. Just the setup of it is fantastic. I feel like I just, you know... It's such a staple game to just have in your library if you enjoy classic, like, board and card games. Like, it's just such a good one. So I feel like I have to give it an S. Pikmin 3 I've never played, so we're not going to worry about it. Mini golf mode would have been fun. It would have been so much fun. It also would have just probably pushed it over the edge for me. It just seems like it's weird that it didn't have that or, like, Ring Shot, because those are, like, kind of basics from other Mario Golf games. So, I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, I just don't know why they didn't do more with it. Mario Odyssey. I know I'm gonna get slack for this, but... Is it slack? Flack? I don't know. I'm gonna get... Huh? Flack. I'm gonna get flack for this, but I just didn't enjoy it very much. I didn't even want to finish it. Like, the open world concept was too overwhelming for me. There wasn't enough direction, so this was not my style of game. I can appreciate that it was good, but it wasn't really, like, it wasn't anything to write home about, so I'm like, no. So I'm putting it in C. I know everybody's gonna probably hate that because so many of you love this game. I just didn't personally find it that enjoyable, and I wouldn't be compelled to, like, pick it up and play it again later. I literally, like, sold it so I could buy a different game because I was like, I'm not gonna end up playing this. So I'm gonna give it a C. Sorry. And I'm thinking this kind of as grades in school. So, like, C is, like, average. D is kind of bad. E is like, there's no E in school, whatever, but F is just like, no. So that's kind of how I'm approaching this. I'm gonna go ahead and put Super Mario Party in B because I enjoy this game a lot. The content as far as boards is a little lackluster, and it does have some interesting choices when it comes to bonuses. I don't think this game was nearly as bad as people make it out to be. I had a lot of fun with this game. I haven't played it as much as I haven't played it as much as I thought I would, but a lot of the reason is because I had that thumb injury that prevented me from playing anything that's dependent on Joy-Cons. Not having the online feature wasn't a deal breaker for me, but it did probably make me play this game less than had it had that to begin with. They added it later, obviously, but, like, I've still never even played it with that. So yeah, Super Mario Party, good game. I enjoyed it. It's not my favorite in the Mario Party series, but it's definitely not a bad entry. I did enjoy it quite a bit, and I do look forward to playing it like during Friday Night Mario Party, which can't be said for some of the other Mario Parties, like 9 and 10. I just straight up skipped last time because I was like, I don't feel like doing this. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna enjoy it. So I feel like it was a good step up from what we had before, for sure, and I did like it. Alright, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu / Let's Go Eevee. I feel like this just needs to, well, you know what? I think I am gonna put it in B, only because I loved it. I did love this game, and I love the like wild encounters and everything. There was no like traditional leveling up system, which isn't the end of the world. I think it would have connected more with me had it been more of a traditional system like that, but it would have taken a lot longer to play through, if you know what I'm saying, because it functioned more like Pokemon Go, which I think wasn't as compelling for me. So like, whereas I loved and enjoyed the game, and it was even like my game of the year for the year that it came out because it didn't have much competition, I still would probably put it B rank. I wouldn't be like, oh my god, this is the #1 Pokemon game necessarily. I think I would still prefer the originals. Yeah, I agree, Mario Gamer Bowl. Loved it. Loved Let's Go, but will I ever replay it? Probably not, whereas I will definitely replay the originals, like, more than like I probably have the time for. Anyway, so yeah, I really enjoyed it. I just think I enjoyed other games more, so that's kind of where that is. Okay, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I'm kind of gonna lump this more, I'm kind of gonna grade this more on Bowser's Fury than 3D World, since 3D World as a standalone is like absolutely fantastic. Is Bowser's Fury as a standalone absolutely fantastic? I don't feel like it is. It's kind of like a mini version of Super Mario Odyssey. I played all the way through it, and I enjoyed it for what it was, but I wasn't like compelled. I wouldn't be compelled to like go crazy playing Bowser's Fury again. It's like, if it didn't have Super Mario 3D World with it, I don't think I would have thought much of it. I'm pretty sure I would have just been like, well, that was kind of cute, but I'm never going to replay that again, so I'm going to give it a C. This is one of the games I played through this year on stream, so, and you can tell that it had some, like, frustrating moments that I wasn't a fan of, so that's what we're going to go with for that. Mystery Dungeon I haven't played. Tetris 99 I literally played one time, so I'm not going to even rate that because I feel like I haven't played it. No, no, no. Instant S. Mario Party Superstars is an instant S. It's so good. I love it so, so much. And I still have extreme faith in the fact that they will add DLC, okay? I'm gonna make it reality. I will. Blake the Nerd, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. We're just making a Switch game tier list. And probably gonna be like a lot of never playeds on here, but you know. Anyway, I hope you had a wonderful stream. What were you playing? I'm like, have you been playing? No. What were you playing? What were you doing? Thank you so much for coming on in. Okay, no. Yikes. Never played section is like huge now. No. I know what, like, I mean, I know what some of this stuff is, but, like, I would never play it. Okay, Mario Kart 8. I know, you guys are gonna hate me, but I'm also gonna give it a B, because I enjoy it. These are games I have loved playing, by the way. I love playing Super Mario Party. I loved playing Let's Go Eevee. I loved playing through Mario Kart 8. Do I love them more than these? No. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B because it is one of my least favorite Mario Karts that exists, and I know that's a hot take. I know that's not traditional, but I think reintroducing back in 7 when like some of the designs from Super Mario Kart that I didn't like were reintroduced, that was a turnoff. And then when they kept that and made it even worse in Mario Kart 8, that was an even bigger turnoff. And it's just like, no matter what I do, I feel like I suck at it. Even when I practice, it's just like not as fun to play because I just feel like it doesn't connect with me as much as I want it to. So I'm gonna put it in B because it's enjoyable. I loved playing this game with you guys on Saturday, and that's so much fun, but I feel like I just like other Mario. I would prefer like almost all the other Mario Karts to it. Okay, get Mortal Kombat out of here. Pokemon. Pac-Man 99 I never played. Super Mario 3D All-Stars. We're gonna give it a B because it doesn't have Mario Galaxy 2 on it, which is the one game that I have really, really wanted to play and never have played that this would have been perfect for, and they just didn't include it. I do love the way that they fixed some of the motion control issues on Mario Galaxy. That was fantastic to play through again on here, and it was so much easier. I love that there's a way to play these games on the Switch, and it was an easy pickup for me. If it had Mario Galaxy 2, it would have gone into A for sure. So, or S even, A or S tier, because it'd just be such a classic collection. But because it's missing it, and because I still haven't played through these other 2 games, I can't really fully give it a fair rating, but I think I'm going to put it in B, because it needed a little bit more. Okay. Putting lots into the never played list. Same with like, even if I played like a round in Smash Ultimate, I'm not gonna count it because it's stupid. Okay. I've also played a round in Ring Fit Adventure, but I'm not gonna... Maybe I should make a like... Here, I'm gonna make the E and F instead, and I'm gonna make this a trial only, meaning I've only played like one stage, so I can't make a fair judgment call on it. So there you go. That's what I'm gonna say. Trial only. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Oh, let's go. Eevee needs to go up here with Pikachu. No. Instant S. Instant S for Animal Crossing New Horizons. This was the one that I like didn't even need an explanation for on my list that I made yesterday on Twitter for like best game from each year. This was the one that was just like obvious. Just S tier without even a thought. It's just so good. So good. And I want to point out that this and Clubhouse came out the same year, and I feel S tier about both of them. And I also feel S tier about Fall Guys, so like that tells you what a good year 2020 was for games for Bobo. Anyway. yes. Yo, She95, how's it going? We're just making a tier list for Nintendo Switch really quick. I really hope this has everything on it. What if this isn't even like a complete list of games? It's probably not. Oh well. Alright, let's get some of these out here. So, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, or this is not, is this Diamond and Pearl, or is this, no, this is Diamond and Pearl. I haven't finished it, and I think that's more to do with the fact that I just haven't been in a huge Pokemon mood, so, like, this is kind of an unfair, maybe I'll make an unfinished. Here, D, unfinished. So like I feel weird judging it already. Okay, I'm just gonna put that in unfinished. Actually never played Mario Tennis Aces or ARMS or Bayonetta. Nintendo Labo, it was a creative concept, but it just took way too long to do the projects, I think, and then it just didn't really have much value after the fact. You ended up with like these chunky, hard to store, do anything with components that just like, this would be like an E for effort, but not really a game that will stand the test of time. Very trendy. So, you know, what can we say about that? Mario Rabbids I still need to play. This is also an unfair rating because this one gave me motion sickness. New Pokemon Snap gave me motion sickness, so I can't do much with that, and a game that makes you sick is kind of automatically a fail. It didn't have quite the vibe I was hoping it would either, which is like kind of sad, but you know. Alright, Yoshi's Crafted World. I'm gonna give it a C. Because I didn't like it as much as Yoshi's Woolly World, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was really cute, but the costumes are my favorite part, and I feel like once I run out of costumes, I'm not going to enjoy it as much as, like, I would if that was just, like, a more integral part of the game. So, like, Yoshi's Crafted World, I kind of forget about it. It's a little forgettable, but when I remember it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was so cute! So, like, it's gonna go in the C's for me. So I'm being like super harsh. Can you watch someone play it? I think it's kind of hard to say because I was avoiding watching people play it at first because I didn't want to get spoiled, and then I did try to watch somebody play. I think I tried to watch Slim play it later, and the same thing started happening. That was close to when I had surgery last year when it was really, really bad, so maybe it will have gotten better by now, but I'm not really sure. I'm kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous to try. So, I feel like there are a lot of games missing on here. How do I not? Yeah, there are like so many games missing on here. Super Mario Bros. U. I own this. I don't even think I've played it. Shield. Sword and Shield is in the unfinished. Wait, maybe that. No, that's not the same game. What is wrong with this? I have not played this yet. Yeah, like there's no Kirby. This says 2022. Where's the Kirby game? What? Oh my god, what? I don't see... They don't have Kirby on here, because that would be an S tier game for me. Mario Maker 2, I'm gonna put it in C as well, because I don't feel like it has a huge amount of replay value, but I appreciate the creative part of it. I kind of talked to this already. What is this? I don't even know what that is. Get out of here. Okay, Okay, Splatoon 2 is just not my kind of... Like, aesthetically, it's amazing. It's perfect for my aesthetic. As far as gameplay and the whole concept of the game, I don't care. So, that's literally all of them, and there's no Kirby. Where is Kirby's Forgotten Land? It's not on here. I feel like I'm missing so many games off of this. Like, where's Puyo Tetris? Puyo Tetris? Where is... This is not a complete list. I am so upset. I also need to put on, Here, I'll just put unfinished. No, that looks stupid. I'll have to add a tier. It was forgotten! Puyo Tetris... Are you kidding me right now? I'm so upset. Okay, well this is what we have so far because we don't even have anything else on here. I'm gonna just pull up my backloggery. Hold on, let me switch over here really quickly just so I can pull it up in case I have to log in. And then I'll just pretend like they're on here because I don't... Someone needs to learn... Yeah, someone needs to learn Switch games because this is not all of them by any means. I have a bunch of like weeb games, but not like... Hello. Oh, that's an... So for downloads alone, I have New Horizons, I have Just Dance 2020, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle Gold Edition, but I've never played that, Overcooked 2, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Skatebird, which I also have yet to really play, Splatoon 2, Stardew Valley, which I have yet to play, and Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So, like, why are these not on here? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, here's my backloggery. S tier. Probably C tier. Because it was good for the time. Would I really go back and play this all the time? I don't know. It's good, but it's no Dance Central. Unplayed. Overcooked 2 would definitely be like a B tier. Because I really did enjoy it. Although you can only really truly enjoy it, in my opinion, multiplayer. So that brings it down to a B. Otherwise, it probably would be an A tier. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It's really broken on the Switch, so I wanted to put this in C. Because music is fly, story and theming is based, but they just, I don't know. It's really hard and really broken in weird ways, so like C. Skateboard I need to play still. Splatoon 2 already rated. Need to play this. All-Stars I already did. Okay. Let's go back to... where's just... Here we go. Here's regular Nintendo Switch. Okay. Look at this! Look at how many games are missing! So many games are missing. I can't make a complete list without this. Okay, Cooking Mama Cookstar. I forgot I owned this. It's so fun, though. I'm gonna give it a B. I'm gonna give it a B. Give it a ba. Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory, same, B. So good, but I got to a point where, like, I couldn't really play any of the new songs because I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3. Cooking Mama is so good, though. BB. This is an S tier. Kirby and the Forgotten Land is S tier. Oh, look, I'm still advertising it, even though I beat it a long time ago. I probably should change that. I'm gonna change it because... love this so much, and you guys did donate for this, so okay, let's go back. Okay, so S tier, A tier, B, S. Haven't played. Oh my god, I love this song because it's from Awakening. So far I would give Pokemon Shield probably a B. But I can't, I'm not far enough to really make that call. Pokemon Shining Pearl. I feel like I can even say less about this, so probably B as well. Puyo Puyo Tetris I would put A tier because I truly enjoyed it so much. I'm out of practice, so I'm kind of scared to go back to it, but I could see myself going back to it. Story of Seasons. It's a little hard to get started, so I'd probably give this a B or a C maybe, just because it's really hard to get started unless you go easy mode and it takes forever. So I'm gonna say C, just because it's a little bit more time consuming than I would like it to be. And the rest I all ranked already, so if only all of these games were on here. How do I add games? Look at this! Look at how many Weeb games are on here and not the games I need. Okay, let me see if I can find... I'm gonna see if I can just look up Switch game tier list maker, or tier list maker. Oh my god. Let me see if this has... Oh, the what? Okay, I don't even know if this has all of them on here though. Still. How can I make a list of games that are not even on here? I know it just looks like I'm making weird faces at you guys, but...
Isn't that what you're doing?
I mean, it is. That, you're right. Gotta make your own graphics. Okay, I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna do a lightning round. Are you guys ready? Using backloggery. S, and if some of these changed, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to change them. I just can't remember what I said. So, S, B, B, S, A, B, S, B, S. Haven't played. Unfinished, so unfinished C, B, unfinished C, B, B, A, C. 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 A? Did I put an A for this? Oh my god, this is not even the right thing. It's bad when I can't remember. What am I asking about? No, Bowser's Fury was C. Okay. Oh, and no, All-Stars was B. Sorry, All-Stars was B because I was like, no, it needed to have something else. Mario Maker 2, C. Because I don't see myself going back and playing it a whole bunch. Super Mario here, some of these I have. Super Mario Party's B. Yeah, I don't see myself going back. Yoshi's Crafted World, I gave a C, which I agree with. I agree with. Oh, thanks, Pixie. Thanks for bopping. Okay, here are my downloads. S, C, haven't played. C, C, haven't played. D, D? Wait, what else was in D? Oh, okay. Pokemon Snap. Games that I, like, don't own anymore. D. And haven't played, and B. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think those are all the Switch games. Sorry we had to do this in kind of a poopy, stinky way, but... Hey, you guys, if you want to follow me on Backloggery, here's all this cool stuff. Also, what does this mean? Borscht? Forever? I don't know. I don't know what people are commenting. Don't ask me, because I don't understand. About 3 weeks ago, Pixel Plume, Pokemon Snap. Check it out. And I don't think I ever said this on stream, because it was like wedding weekend that I got this, but I got Donkey Kong 64 like 2 days before my wedding. Like, I ended up finding it at a used game store for like $25, and so I bought it, I cleaned it up, I own it. That was the last game I had on my list of games that I wanted to own, that I was missing for now. So I had Donkey Kong 64 on there, I had Pokemon Stadium 2 on there, and I had Pokemon Crystal on there, and I have all three. I own all three now. Why am I'm talking to you guys like this because you're in my phone, sorry. I own all three now, so I'm super excited about that. Very happy about it. Also, I'm gonna switch back to this screen so I can actually look at chat on here. You're back and home safe? Yes! Let's go! I think my Backloggery is up to date. I don't think I've gotten anything new since then. Other than like Fall Guys on Switch. I guess I could add that, but I guess I could add that because now it's like a Switch download, but that's the most recent game, and before that would have been DK64. So thank you to those of you who donated for my game chasing fund. I'm sure I'll do another one in the future, and there are definitely games to be added still. It's just right now I've gotten my main games that I've been looking for collected. So I feel like future games that I would like, I'm still aiming for mostly N64 stuff. So I would like to own like Hey You Pikachu with Mike. I would also like to own, Diddy Kong Racing, because that's a game I've never played, and I love racing games, and I love the Mario Kart 64, and Odie says he prefers Diddy Kong Racing. I mean, granted, he grew up with it, but a lot of people say it's like just a really good game, so that'd be a fun one to own. I have a couple GameCube games I would like, but everybody knows GameCube's a hot mess to collect right now. Mainly, I would want like the DDR Mario mix with the mat in like good condition, but that's gonna be kind of hard to find. I don't know. So, I feel like, but yeah, I feel like the next on my list, and like a new list, would be Pokemon Hey You Pikachu, Diddy Kong Racing, and like DDR Mario or something. I feel like there's another one on there too that I've thought about that I'm like, oh, that'd be a good one to pick up, and now I can't think of what it is. But I think as far as like where I wanted to be, I'm at a good place, which is the T. Also, I'm clicking on things I shouldn't be clicking on. What am I doing?
Racing is one I need to buy.
I know you don't have it either, so like that would be nice.
Price charting, and like you could get it for like $5 back in like 2010.
Oh my god, what the heck?
This isn't terrible.
You know,
mind you, but
I think I did buy it for $5 on the 3DS or something, but it's like not the version you want, so I'm like, I'm just gonna not worry about that. But also I just pulled up Backloggery Girl. I need to add you to my multi-tap list. I don't even remember how to like add people to that anymore because it's been so long. But yeah, check out my Backloggery. I think it's linked on my link tree. I want to say it's part of this. Let me see. No. Oh, it's not on here? Okay, well that's something I need to like add on here then, so you guys can easily like find my Backloggery page, but pretty sure it's backloggery.com/MadameWario. I don't think it's anything complicated. I will link it. Yeah, it is. It's literally backloggery.com/MadameWario. I'm gonna link it in chat just manually right now. Hot. And then you guys can check out what games I've been purchasing, like especially if I've had a game chasing fund going. It's nice. That's a nice spot to check if you're like curious if I've gotten anything new, because I do update it every time I buy something, if I remember at least. Everything's up to date as far as I know right now, so that's the tea. And I even have like my amiibos on there, and all of that's on there. So MT last updated 5 years ago. Probably the same day she like created her page was the last day that she updated it. Yeah, like I have all my amiibos and stuff on here. I have like fun little extras. Like, I don't know, it's just a nice way to keep track of your collection. Like, if you guys have a large game collection, I would highly recommend it, because it's really, really nice for that. Okay, guys, I have been streaming for 30 minutes longer than I usually do, and my stomach is like, what are you doing? You need food. So I should probably start heading out here. But I want to just thank you all for being part of this stream and for chatting with me. It's been a lot of fun chatting with you all about games so in depth, and also creating a Pokemon plush based on a random pull of a Pokemon card. Thank you so much, Casanova, for the 5 gift subs earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my credits so that we can appropriately credit those of you who went above and beyond today with fierceness and bits and all that kind of stuff. So, oh, Glammeow's still on there. That looks cute. We'll just leave her on there, because why not? But thank you so much to everybody who joined me today. You're all amazing. Thank you, Scottman, Psycho Nacho Man, Casanova, and Pixel Plume for the bits. Thank you, Psycho, for the song. Thank you, Odie and Pixie, for being here as mods. Thank you for all the new follows. Really appreciate that. And thank you for the subs, resubs, and gift subs. Toad in Wonderland, Mandy Dandy, Cherry Bing, Steven, Cotton Candy Swirls, and Stiz16, courtesy of Casanova64 and Blake the Nerd. Thank you so much for the raid, and thank you guys for being active in chat and joining me. It's been a lot of fun and a great way to start the week. So tomorrow I'm planning on doing the same thing I did last week. I'm planning to do just kind of a daily grind on Fall Guys. So that's the tea. I'm going to try and work on my daily goals tomorrow through Fall Guys and go from there. So I'll be live tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, Friday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing Mario Party 6 this weekend, this Friday at 8 p.m. So if you are part of my Patreon, be sure to get your vote in for which board you'd like to see. And on Saturday, I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I'm kind of leaning towards doing a Mario Party Superstars night, because I haven't done that in a while. So I think I might be doing that and playing with viewers, so that would be a fun time, since it's been a while since we've done that, just to mix it up a little bit, because I had a lot of fun doing Mario Kart with you guys last week. The week before we did Fall Guys, so it might be nice to have like a Mario Party Superstars weekend again. But Cokes, thank you so much. I really appreciate your lurk and you watching. Thank you so much for the follow. And I think, other than that, I just need to give a shout out to my patrons for the month of August 2022. So thank you all so much for your love and support, and for being part of my Patreon family. It really means a lot to me, and is very, very much appreciated. So thank you. These are all my $5 plus patrons specifically for the month of August. But to my entire Patreon family, thank you so much. And on that note, I think we're ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and just sign off here. It doesn't look like anybody I follow is streaming at the moment, and I really do need to get food, so I'm gonna just dip. So, alright, I love you guys so much. All the love to you. Take care of yourselves. I will hopefully see you tomorrow for some Fall Guys, and if not, then hopefully I'll see you this weekend. But enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. Love you all. Bye.